E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Welcome in, everybody, to the JAKIB Postgame Show. Your Philadelphia Eagles are back in the win column. They win the game today 31-0 with a dominant offensive performance and a dominant defensive performance. I see Big Sills yawning, but I'll say this. You got to handle who's in front of you, and the Eagles handled their business today. They moved to 9-5 on the season and one step closer to winning the NFC East and getting into the playoffs here. Big Sills, welcome into the postgame show, host of the National Football Show. We'll talk to John McMullen later on. Make sure you follow Big Sills at Dan Sileo Show. What'd you make of that game, Big Sills?
Well, yeah. I mean, congratulations. You didn't play down to your competition. You took care of business. What else you want me to say?
Well,
Raiders had 75 yards. Dude, I'm not impressed with anything they did today.
No, I'm not either. But at the end of the day,
except taking care of your business.
Well, and that's what you got to do. I agree.
Any team that has 75 yards of total offense, I'm not in any way.
All right, let's show that. Let's pull.
What do you really want me to talk about here?
Well, listen.
The Raiders shouldn't have got off the bus.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. The total yards, as Sills alludes to, 387 for the Eagles and 75 for the Vegas Raiders. Passing yards, 204 to 29. Rushing yards, 183 to 46. Yards per play, 5.9 for the Eagles to 1.8 for the Raiders. First downs, 27 for the Eagles, 7 for the Raiders. Third downs, 10 of 13 for 3 of 12 for the Raiders. I mean, look, this is not the exciting, but this is what you got to give credit for. They're a better team. They're a much better team to that, and they dominated them. If they weren't a great team, maybe they stay a little closer with this Raiders team. Come on, Sills.
I'm not going anywhere near that. I'm not going anywhere near that. They're a better team today? Based off what? A team not showing up?
They get credit for knocking it out.
Okay. You get credit for what? Not robbing a bank?
No, but you still got to handle who's in front of you. And with losses to the Giants this year, with some of the way that they've played, it's good to see the Eagles come out, do what they're supposed to do, dominate the way they're supposed to dominate, make the plays they're supposed to make, and come out of there with a 31-point win.
Okay, great. Like I said, I'm not sure where there's no. I mean, and as we predicted, Dallas Goddard would have the big game, and he did.
Yeah, by the way, you were on the money on a lot today.
Yeah, they had to run the ball.
With your predictions, yep.
And they really did a nice job. I mean, no question about it. You know, I mean, they really did. There were guys that stepped up nice, and I thought Goddard was, even with that drop, Zander, you know, he had a huge drop in the ball game, but I thought he was really good in the game. A.J. Brown had 2 catches in the ball game. You know, like he gets a touchdown in the game too as well. They were able to pressure the quarterback. That has to be one of the absolute worst offensive lines I've ever seen. And really, you know what? I mean, it's hard to really give any kind of like, how about this? Saying that you're better today. I'm not, I hear what you're saying, but for me, I haven't moved the needle at all. I don't think anything.
Well, I'm not saying they're better, but I am saying it's a good sign.
You think Jalen Hurts?
Well, no, this is the difference in today. No, I don't, and I'm not saying that. But this is the difference. I think in many games in the past, whether they won or lost, they didn't live up to what they were supposed to do on that given Sunday. And today they did. Now, it's not to say that they played a great opponent, but they were supposed to handle business a certain way. Today, they handled it that way. They dominated. They played to their potential. They didn't even let the Raiders have life. They moved the ball on offense. I mean, look, I get it. You don't win a Super Bowl from this game, but at the end of the day, it's better than the alternative. Would you have rather them won 17-13? Would you have rather them lost the football game? Would you have rather them won 17-0? I think they handled business pretty well today.
Like I said, I mean, you know, if people are looking for backslaps and all, I mean, sure, you did your job. And there's no question about it. We'll see how that thing now. There's no doubt next week's game for Buffalo is a must win because they got shellacked today by the Patriots. I mean, that team could potentially be out of the playoffs. The Eagles could put them out if they go up to Orchard Park. So that's going to be an interesting ball game. But again, I take very little out of the game except for this. And I said it when we, started the program. You took care of it. You did your job. There were things that you were able to implement because, quite frankly, the Raiders allowed it on both sides of the football. There's no doubt the Raiders didn't show up, nor did they want to play in that football game. They've checked out on the coach.
Yeah.
I mean, and Zander, I'm saying that the Eagles didn't do their job. And by the way, just because the Raiders didn't show up, the Eagles did show up. And I think that's the story there, that they didn't play down to competition. They played up to theirs, and they were able to take care of business. That's the difference. You even heard the broadcasters say this team is so far away from competing to sit there and go like this. I mean, there were a lot of takeaways from that. There weren't any really takeaways except the taking care of business. I mean, if you're going to sit there and people, not you, but if people are going to sit there and go, well, the offense is back, you sound like the idiots that came out of the fucking Giant game. You'll be back where you were before.
The only thing I'm not trying to say that.
Going anywhere near that.
I'm not trying to say that though. You are.
I'm not putting words in your mouth at all. Not at all.
You're hyper speaking for me in terms of I'm not saying that. They handled the business today. So they got a win column. The Birds played a game today. They only play 17 in a season, and they knocked the pin down today in dominant fashion.
There's really little comment that I can make about a game like that, except you did take care of business, and now people are going to want slaps on the back all fucking week long. I mean, dude, I get it. Right now, your next time is going to be playoffs, and potentially it's going to be this Bills game coming up. You're not going to be threatened in any way whatsoever to find out who you are until you get into the postseason. Right now, you're in a position. You're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be depending on what seed. You're most likely going to be the wild card. So you're going to have an opening round game against either Green Bay or whomever. But again, I mean, I'm not a glazed donut, dude.
Dude, I'm not trying to make you a glazed donut.
I'm not glazed doning anything. I'm not impressed.
You got to call a strike a strike.
I am not impressed with anything that they did except for taking care of business. I mean, I don't know where else to go. I mean, people, I knew this, and I said it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on my show. I said, listen, you know what's going to happen? They're going to go in there. They're going to do a really good job. People are going to come out of that game, and you're going to hear the same echo chamber that you heard after the Giant 2 game. Come on, man. I'm not Big Sill stays. We stay pretty centered on what we've seen so far this year.
I'm good with that. By the way, the Bills are winning in that game, Sills. They
came back. Wow. Yeah. Unbelievable.
35-31 they're up right now.
Wow, they were down big early, like 21-7 early in that ball game.
Yep. 20. I think it was 24-7 at one point at halftime, and then the Bills have come back in that football game. So good one there. Well, Sills, I mean, the offense, they moved the ball for what it's worth today. They did get 387 total of offense. For those who wanted, you did get a Tanner McKee sighting. Jalen Hurts is 12 of 15 for $175 and 3 touchdowns today. Dallas Goddard had 2 of the touchdowns, 6 receptions for 70 yards.
And
Saquon Barkley still, yeah, you're right. Jalen ran the ball today. 7 carries for 39 yards.
Goddard, too. How about the way that they put some run patterns in there for Goddard in the run game?
They don't show up as runs on the stat sheet, but they are run. I know what you mean. Yeah, that touchdown was a touchdown pass, technically.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I really thought that I liked some of those designs in there a little bit, too. And you know what they were able to do, too? They were able to do some different things there offensively in formations. You saw it there, too. So, and again, that was like – after a while, that thing looked like an exhibition football game. I mean,
yeah, it did. It was a very boring game.
It's hard. Let me ask you this, Andrew. Do you think it's hard to evaluate exhibition games?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
okay, well, that's kind of what that turned into after halftime.
Well, I mean, that's still an NFL team, though. No, I mean, we got to handle business.
Did it not come off like an exhibition football game?
It did toward the end. It really did from the jump. I mean, it was just there was not a lot of juice in the entire game. I mean, that's just how it is. But you're playing the 2-11 Raiders. I mean, look, this was a team that was flailing, and I'm happy the way they handled business today. I'm not trying to say that it means you're going to the Super Bowl. It doesn't.
Congratulations.
But
really,
I think it's a good thing.
I do too. Like, hey, you want to be a championship team?
You're making my job extra hard.
Wait, no,
extra hard.
no. Here, well, I don't have anything really except that you took care of business. You did your job. The Raiders allowed it. Zander, this is more on really the Raiders than it is the Eagles for me. Like 75 yards. I'm not sure I've ever seen that in my entire life. Like covering it, playing it. I've never seen that before in the existence of the league. I can't remember a team being held
I'm sure
under
somebody
80
will
yards in
post
total offense. I mean, that's historic stuff.
I'm sure somebody's going to post a stat up of how, what that level is in terms of 75 total yards. Eagles had 387 total. So this was really a bloodbath from start to finish. I mean, the Raiders never had a chance. Do you think Pete Carroll's a one and done?
Yeah. I mean, you've got to get something new in there. There's no question about it. I mean, I listen, I think Pete's had his great run, but once again, too, I think they're going to get somebody new in there because the owner is so incompetent. And I wonder where they're going to go with somebody like Tom Brady and what the influence of Tom Brady would be. Because look, I think Pete Carroll's a really great coach, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your time has not come up. And it's totally your time has come up. So I would say this. I would go, yeah, probably they're going to see somebody new roll in there, and they've got to get a quarterback, man. I mean, they really do. Geno Smith, Kenny Pickett, all these guys are fabulous backup guys. But, dude, there's no doubt here, man. At the end of the day, this football team is they're a decade away from competing for us. So if that, I mean, they've got some nice pieces on the team. The old line's not very good. Eagles took complete advantage of it. I mean, they really did. It made it look like it was almost.
Sills, they dominated the Raiders today. They dominated them, Sills. 31-0, Sills. If you were a defensive tackle back in the day and your team got blown out 31-0, would you be saying that?
Well, thank God that's never happened to me. Hey, and again, listen, this is not hating or anything. It's not. It's just that I keep things centered here.
I'm sensing a little bit of hate.
Absolutely not. Why? Because I'm centered? That I didn't learn anything from this game?
Well, no, I try and call a strike. And I'm not saying
I'm being centered here.
From my perspective, when they don't handle business, and I try and hold them accountable for that. Today, they handle business. I'm not saying it means they're going to go win the Super Bowl, but it's good to see them handle business. You beat a team 31-0. You clearly showed that there's levels to this. The Raiders are down here. We're not down there. It's a good reminder that we're a lot better than a football team like that. It might not be saying much, but it's at least reminding some people, all right, that, hey, we lost 3 straight, but we're not the bottom of the league. We're still right in there. Jalen had a good game today. Dallas Goddard got involved. The defense dominated. I mean, you got some things, Sills. You got a little something. You're acting like you just watched the Sun Belt, the consolation game in the Sun Belt.
Congratulations. You built a little momentum up for yourself going into Buffalo. That's probably
no. Commanders next week, Sills. Buffalo's in 2
Commanders,
weeks.
then Buffalo, then Commanders.
Then Commanders again. Yep.
Yeah, you built a little momentum up because you did the right things instead of having all those stupid penalties. You were able to get your offense and run it at a high success rate. Your defense was running at a high success rate. I mean, you were able to take care of business against a football team that didn't want to play today. They didn't want to play.
Are you suggesting that the Raiders maybe threw that football game?
No. What I'm suggesting is that the Raiders have checked out on that coach.
Oh, that's definite for sure. Max Crosby's still a good player, no doubt about it. But they got away with it.
He gave as much effort as he possibly could. Okay,
yeah.
I mean, look, like I said. How about Tanner, man, getting in there?
Look at how excited he gets about Tanner.
Tanner getting in there.
You can't get more excited about 3 passes for Tanner.
How about Tanner throwing strike? By the way, do you agree with this? That Eagles second team could have beat that Raider team today.
Yeah, I do. I do agree with that. Sadly, I do agree with that, which maybe sheds light on why you won't give me even an inch on why you think the Eagles deserve.
I'll tell you what I was impressed with, the fact that they didn't really have a lot of penalties in the ball game. That's focus.
No penalties, no turnovers. I thought Hurts made good throws. I like the throw downfield to DeVonta Smith.
Yep.
They got away with the hold there on on Crosby there, but still, I like seeing that. What did you make of Jalen's game? I know you're not super high, but 12 of 15, 175, 3 tutties. I mean, he handled the business.
Perfect today. I thought he really had a nice game. I didn't think he did anything that was egregious in the game. I thought he ran the ball more, which kind of opened up a little bit more on the run game there. Here, let's do this here. The Eagles today against that opponent, what would you give that performance?
What, for the Eagles today?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd give it an AA.
A?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think they performed at a high level today?
Well, it's an A for the objective on the week, but if you want to look at what the expectation of the team is, it's not an A.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does. And that's how I saw it. I was like, you know what? They took care of business. They looked good. They were able to, and plus in the wind and in the weather too, which add that into it, made it seem a lot better. But yeah, I would go like this. That's probably a B+, a B game for them at their level of play. I mean, A.J. Brown wasn't really targeted a lot in this ball game. Remember something, the passing game doesn't go through A.J. It goes whoever Jalen Hurts wants it to go through. And that's why sometimes you get remember when Michael Irvin was on the program? When you got a Michael Irvin on the program, that offense goes through him. That offense doesn't go through the collection of people that you have in your offense. Okay, and so Jalen Hurts determines where that football is going to go. There is no doubt when you watch him play and you watch him in the pocket, this guy looks like, without a doubt. I thought they really had a nice balanced game. I was a little concerned about the two guys getting nicked up, Jalen and Saquon, in the ball game, because in a game like that, you have to start remembering here. You're getting towards the end of the season. You need these guys healthy. And here's something else also. To do this, I'll give you this too, Zander. You're going to get Jalen Carter, and you're going to get Lane Johnson back too. So that's going to add a little more also juice to what your offensive output's going to look like and your defensive output. I thought a lot of things today went well for them. I really did. I mean, again, for me, it was a cold feeling game, but they did their job. They got it done. I mean, again, I really haven't moved my meter on whether or not they're back or not, or whether or not they're better. I mean, if anybody says that they're back based off that, I think you're delusional as ever and you're a glazed donut.
So I'll tell you what, man. This is what you're discounting. Eagles fans just had 3 straight losses, man. It feels good to get back in the win column, bro.
Okay.
It does. It feels good to get back in the win column. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl. It feels good for the team to go out, do what they're supposed to do, look like the better football team, convert on offense, run the ball when they need to run the ball, play good defense, make the throws that Jalen needs to make. It feels good. You're allowed to feel good after this game. Don't let Big Sills beat you down and beat the life out of you.
Hey,
right?
I feel freaking great, man. Let's
3 and outs like Xander's buying the banana in the tailpipe. There's no banana in the tailpipe. Our favorite football team won a game today, and they did it in good fashion. I know they're not going to the Super Bowl because of it, but they handled their business. They haven't done that the last 3 weeks.
I know, man, and I saw it today. They handled their business. They got it done, and
You're
tell
miserable.
you what.
Where's Aunt Betty? Aunt Betty, I know you see it. This guy's miserable, Aunt Betty.
I'm not miserable. I'm a realist. Hey, man, what do you want me to feel? Woo! Hey, did you see that performance against the Raiders? Wow! I mean,
ready? Here's a question for you.
All right.
The Philadelphia Eagles officially stopped the collapse?
No.
Why do you say that? They're going to win next week too.
Because they're capable of losing any week. Any week. They're capable of losing. And the Raiders didn't want to play today. It was too cold for them. They're a dome team. They didn't want to play. They didn't want to play. You can't. How in the world? Do you know what 75 yards are? If you fell down 3 times for 10 drives, you'd have 30. Okay, in 10 drives, if you fell down, you'd have 30 yards of offense.
So you don't give the defense any credit for that? You don't give the defense any credit for that?
Oh, so let me get this right. The 32nd ranked fucking offense in the NFL, you want to give credit to the Eagle defense. Okay? Hey, listen, you took care of it, man. I'm exceptionally excited.
I'm sorry to see you so miserable after the Eagles 31-0.
Actually,
belt to ass.
Actually, okay. Wait. Let's say that again. The Eagles took a belt to ass to the Raiders. Okay.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
I got
Sometimes you take what you can get in life.
You bet.
I'll take it.
If I was an Eagle fan, I would take those wins big time because against good football teams, you're getting your asses handed to you.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable. Seriously,
listen. So
the defense does deserve some credit, right?
I want to look at something here.
Has that ever been done? 75 yards in an NFL game?
Congratulations to you, man. I mean, you broke another record defensively here with holding the Raiders to 70. Dude, I got to hand it to you, though. So here, let's take a look at who the Eagles have beaten in the last 4 games. So let's see. They've lost to Cowboys. They've lost to the Bears. They've lost to the Chargers, who have been playoff teams, and they lost to the 2-win Raiders. Okay, so over the last month of football, you beat the Raiders, you lost to the Cowboys, Bears, and Chargers. All right. I mean.
So how about this stat? Here's a stat you might like. The game today ran in 2 hours and 31 minutes.
I couldn't believe
that is the shortest game since 1999 for the Eagles,
dude,
which is as far back as StatHead has times of games available.
Dude, I swear to God, I looked up. I'm like, it's a minute left in the game.
It's unbelievable. Even at halftime.
I
had the postgame show set for 4 p.m. and I'm like, I had to move it way up because I knew we were going to be starting.
Hey, all kid aside, Zander. Hey, listen, really, not playing down to your competition and taking care of business.
That's what I'm excited about. It's not that they showed me.
That's what
exactly right.
Teams do. Okay.
Thank you. You finally have. See, it took you 22 minutes to come around. Well, they didn't play down. They handled the business as they should handle. They showed who was the superior football team. And on a given Sunday, when you can only do so much, that's what I said. I said before the game on the pregame show, for those who listened, it's a lose-lose situation because precisely what Sileo started this postgame show with is exactly why I said that. You dominate, you do everything correct, offense, defense, special teams, and Sileo's like, nothing. I'm not even giving you a smirk. Congratulations.
Offense, defense. To me, I thought I was listening to Newt Rockney there. That was like a Newt Rockney speech there. Oh, we're going to kill him with offense. We're going to kill him with I thought I was getting a Newt Rockney speech here. No. Hey, the reason why congratulations for not robbing a bank. I mean, I don't know what else to say to you here, man. Look, again, you took care of business. You looked proficient. You were without a doubt very productive in what you were doing. Unreal. Just great. I'm ready to rock.
All right, I got something
to move on.
I have something I think you'll give credit to. This will be the game of the postgame show today. See if I can come up with something that Sileo will credit. Brandon Graham, 2 sacks today, and he gets a game ball. Return him from retirement. He gets his first sack, and he logs 2 of them in the football game playing defensive tackle. How about that for an Eagle legend?
I'm going to give him a lot of love for that, man.
Yes.
Hey, they're going to go Phillip Rivers, and you're going to get old man Rivers back in the game. And Brandon Graham comes in and gets himself 2 more sacks. That's pretty dope to see something like that, especially with a 37-year-old defensive end playing tackle because they're kind of limited down there in depth. So he slid down. You know, we heard Vic even mention something like that because a week ago, you know what he did? You know, he did play some D tackle also against the Chargers. So you see them playing him in down there. Dude, that tells you a lot about his versatility, even still at 37 years of age. Good for him, man. That's good stuff.
Sills, did the Eagles do anything today that you think they can build on?
Yeah, being consistent. You know, and I think they built a little momentum up on consistency. You know, there wasn't a lot of 3 and outs in the ball game. There were a few, but, you know, again, when you're playing a bad football team, that's not the Eagles. You know, let me underline this. Because the Raiders only had 75 yards, that's not an Eagle thing. That's a Raider thing. And so what we said with them scoring, that to me should be a normal game for them. Hey, if the Raiders don't want to show up, bro, that's not their point, and that's not their fault. They did. And so they went in there, and like we said, they took care of business, and they built momentum up. There was consistency. For me, the penalties or the lack thereof, that's what you really want to work on. Okay.
How many penalties did they have today? They had what? They had wrong game. Let me click on the Eagles game here. They only had, they had 3 penalties. Both teams had 3 penalties. So it was a relatively clean game. And then there was just that one pick, that Zach Vaughn. And that was a nice pick by Zach Vaughn. But Kenny Pickett kind of hand delivered. I mean, he stared him down. He's watching him. He's watching him. Vaughn's like, is he going to throw that thing? And then he throws a meatball. By the way, I've been saying this since we got Kenny Pickett last year. I'm really not trying to pick on you, Kenny, but the whole thing with the glove on the hand, he can't throw the ball. He's got no velocity on the football. It's tragic. I don't know how there's a quarterback in the National Football League, which are supposed to be the 64 best passers of the football on the planet, and this guy needs a glove on his hand to throw. It's pitiful looking. It's awful looking. I'm sorry, Kenny, but it's brutal.
He is a perennial backup quarterback, to say the least. I mean, make no mistake about it. I mean, he is, man. He's proven it now. And, for me, that's not a starting quarterback. But then again, Zander, you know, we see this all the time. We see guys getting opportunities because this is a really talentless NFL today outside of the top 15 teams. When you're down there below 15, how many teams? You can go through half the league needs quarterbacks coming up next year in 2026. So there's always going to be a spot for Kenny Pickett. But, yeah, man, you know, I didn't really like him coming out of Pitt. And I didn't see it when he was at Pittsburgh. I thought he was decent. I didn't think anything of him. However, you know, he's an NFL backup perennial quarterback, and that's what he'll be. I mean, he's somebody that you can rely on to go in there if anything happens to your frontline guy. But outside of that, I don't see it, man.
Sills, any credit to the Eagles for they had almost 40 minutes, Sills, in time of possession today, 39-25 to the Raiders 20 minutes and 35 seconds, where, you know, I know that defense – it isn't like they weren't the worst part of that team. And I do feel like the offense handled them pretty well, kind of dissected them, got what they wanted when they wanted it, and it controlled the line, obviously the clock to the tune of 40 minutes. Any credit for that from you, Big Sills?
So let me answer this question by going down this. Here's the Eagles play chart. 13 plays, 67 yards. Second play, second series. 7 plays, 59 yards. Third series. 3 plays, 4 yards. There's one. Here's the Eagles' fourth. 11 plays, 70 yards, touchdown. Here's the Eagles' next. 10 plays, 73 yards. 7 plays, 7 yards per play, touchdown. Here's another one. 5 plays, 60 yards, touchdown. 17 plays, 79 yards. End the game. You tell me. I mean, really, the Raiders weren't giving up a fight at all in that ball game and anything that the Eagles were doing in that game. So, really, I mean, I thought the Raiders were playing with one hand tied behind their back the entire game. Now, that's the Eagles also inflicting their will. So, to me, again, you know, the key. Don't you think the key to the game was they just didn't play down to a competition? They didn't turn the ball over, and they had some momentum coming out of the game.
By the way, the Bills are going to win that football game. That game is over. The Bills have officially come back there and won that football game.
They were down big in that game early.
They were down big. So, yeah, Pats lose. They fall to 11-3. The Bills go to 10-4.
By the way, the Chiefs are just about ready to get knocked out of the playoffs if they don't win this ball game.
Yeah, they got the Chargers right now. I think that's a 3-point game, so we'll see how that game ends up. We'll get to all Super Chats a little earlier in the show than we normally do. We're going to talk to John McMullen a little bit later on today. Sills, not giving a whole lot of credit for the 31-0 ass
Wait. No.
You're a tough crowd today, Sills. I love you. I'll give it to you straight. You're a tough crowd today, my guy.
Don't you have a higher standard?
I have a high standard, but they didn't play down to their competition, and they destroyed a worse team by 31 points.
Congratulations for not.
What's your standard? Is it that they should have won by 60?
No, my standard is congratulations for not robbing a bank.
So there's nothing, nothing the Eagles could have done in this game, to be clear.
How do you think Nick Saban would handle a game like that if he was the head coach?
Well, I've seen Nick Saban be up 55-0 and throwing his headset on the sideline when there's 12 seconds left. So I'm sure he'd be pissed at the things they did wrong, but they didn't do much today wrong.
Okay, like I said, Nick would have looked at that and went like this. Way to go. We're on to Tennessee, Chattanooga.
I hear you. Look, here, 3 and out says Xander's getting butthurt. Nobody wants to pat him on the back. I don't need pats on the back. 3 and out. I call it straight. You like to be right.
On the back.
You want to be right, 3 and out. It's okay. You can be honest. When the team plays like shit, you say they play like shit. When they play up to their potential and they do what they're supposed to do, they get a little bit of due credit. And I'm going to give it to him 3 and out. You keep crying in the chat, 3 and out.
Hey, I gave you credit for doing your job. I gave you credit for it.
Let's read the Super Chats and let's see what the Super Chats got to say today. We got plenty of them here. Here's Jair. How about the Mormon missile using his wheels? Who said McKee can't run? Love seeing the on-time throws. I'd love to see him start SMH.
You see what they did at the end of the game, too? They stopped throwing the football because they knew if he threw the football more, there'd be more squealing this coming week here coming up in Philly. Do you see those on-time throws? And I'm like, come on, man. So, yeah. Tanner McKee, the Mormon missile. Scanner McKee was on display today, man, for the first time. I couldn't believe
Scanner
they put it.
Here's Pumper. Fellas, wow, Tanner has me very excited. Brother, that MFer is so talented. It's crazy. He's behind. Ball comes out so crisp.
Pump. Come on, Pump. You had 3 throws.
I know, man. What are we doing here? Here's Jair again. Offense did what they're supposed to. Want an effing cookie? This team is trash. Do it against a team above 500. Look at the last month and a half.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
Sills, Patrick Mahomes is down right now, grabbing his left knee, and it doesn't look good to me.
That would probably cap off what has been a horrible year for Kansas City this year.
Man,
not good.
We'll see what happens there.
Absolutely.
We'll see what happens there. Here's another super.
By the way, the league is better with Mahomes in it.
Oh, absolutely. I think everybody can agree to that. Here's Pumper. Tanner is an MFing dog. Man, it was so eye-pleasing watching him drop back and launch those rockets. Offense looks so smooth with him at the helm. This guy threw 30 yards today, Pump. What are we
Scanner McKee. Glazed donut, those 30 yards there, Scanner. There you go. Come on, man. 3
Here is Eagle fan Clark. What's up, brother? We can build on this game. GTFO. It's a momentum league, and we got an F and W. Chill out, Sills. Let's go, Clark. Let's go, Clark.
I agree with momentum. You haven't had it in a month. It's good to get it against the Raiders.
Here's Wawa Mike who corrected you. Well,
it's like you paid. It's like you paid the Raiders to kick their ass.
Not getting shellacked. That's what Wawa Mike is unhappy with you saying they're getting shellacked. Here's Marshall. Marsh, what's up, man? Thanks for the $20 super chat. Freaking glaze the Cowboys when they beat the Raiders. Now, little to say when we dominate. Sills, you're a moron. You did glaze the Cowboys when they won. You glazed them. You said they're
because
back,
the Cowboys
baby.
are not in the place that the Eagles are in. The Cowboys are.
That's fair. So you're saying
they're not a team in the same room with the Eagles. And so they're getting better, and they got better since the beginning of the year. And I give knowledge to teams that are getting better. You're at a different position. You're talking to me about a Super Bowl. They're talking about going 500. Don't you think there's a different area of where the Cowboys are compared to where the Eagles are? Because if not there, Marsh, you think the Cowboys and the Eagles are on the same page then. I don't.
That's a good response by Big Sills. Appreciate you, Marsh. Here's Pump. Fellas, the
LGBT like button glazed donuts.
Man, Pumper makes it tough to read some of these. Fellas, the LGBT Hurts community is in shambles. Why talking about why we glazing him? Like, fellas, the eye test shows he's a worthy glaze.
Hey, man, I thought he was really good. He was really good against the Raiders today. So his best games that he's played so far this year have been against the Giants and the Raiders defense, right? Oh, okay.
And the Vikings.
Okay.
That's a good defense.
Okay.
Brian Flores, it's a good defense.
So let me get this right. Those 3 teams combined. Let's see. Do the Vikings have a 500 record? I was just checking. I don't think they do. So,
no, they don't.
So it's Vikings, Raiders, and Giants that Jalen's had his best games against. Man, that's fantastic. Way to build.
Sometimes Sills makes it tough, doesn't he, folks?
Hey,
here's NJ Fishing. What's up, NJ? Here he goes. We got what we needed. Not easy to shut out any team. Momentum win. All teams have pro players on them. Should we have won? Absolutely. Congratulations, you beat a shitty Raiders team.
wait, though, Maniac. You are right about that. Shutting an NFL football team out and holding them under 100 yards. I can't remember. Bro, someone's got to look that up. The last time a football team was held under 100 yards in total offense and shut them out. I mean, that's got to go back to like the Steelers 70 teams that did something like that. That's incredible. Wow. Against the Raiders. There you go.
NJ, thanks for the super, brother. Here's Pumper. Fellas, we saw a brief glimpse of what the future holds for this team. TNT, Tank and Tanner was dynamite. Fellas, new horizons are very bright.
Hey, I do like the way Tank ran the football. I do. I like the way Tank ran, man. I thought that was pretty good. Let's see if he gets into these big games and he can hold on to the football, because what was one of the reasons why the Jags moved off from Zander was because he does put the ball on the carpet a little bit. So that was good to see him in there like that, man. Yeah, he's a nice offset to Barkley too.
Pump, I'm going to make a bold prediction to answer your super chat. TNT will never be the main 1-2 punch for the Eagles. TNT, Tank and Tanner, will never come to be for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm sorry, Pumper. No, here's Jair. We're back. Get the F out of here. This was a 2-win team. This fan base is soft and full of Hurts riders. McKee can run and throw on time. Please.
Hey, listen here. That's the way
you look. Out of hand. Jalen was 12 and 15. Jalen was fine today.
This is where you guys are, some of you in here, this is where some of you are right. Listen, demand this, guys. Demand that you play like this against great teams and shitty teams every freaking week. You don't play like that every week. Demand you play like that every week. I think you got the potential to play like that every week. I don't care if it's the Chargers or the Raiders, the Giants, or the Patriots. I don't care. You've got the ability to do that. You just haven't done it. You just haven't done it. And I want to see it against more than the Giants and Raiders.
So the Mahomes went down. Minshew came into the game. They were almost within field goal range to tie the game, and Minshew just threw a pick, trying to go deep on 2nd and 15. I don't know what he's doing. Dude, you were almost in field goal range. Get 7 yards and go to overtime. But the Chiefs have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. Derwin James to seal the game. Chiefs, dunzo.
I should have stuck with my damn prediction at the beginning of the year when I said they wouldn't make the playoffs. I should have stuck with that thing.
I know.
I said, you know what, 15. I think that's shocking, man. Well, you know what? Maybe not so much so, because at the beginning of the year, how I officially thought was, look at all the games that they've played and look how long they've gone here. And for them not to make the playoffs, I'm actually not shocked because, Zander, look at the offense. Give me one guy on that offensive side of the football, outside of the quarterback, that you think is an A player. They're one guard, and then who? They even got rid of Tooney. Dude, that's sad news about Mahomes. Hopefully he's not.
They're showing it now. He was limping back to the locker room with two hands on two trainers' shoulders. I think there's a chance that Mahomes did something there. Now, I don't know if he's embellishing, and I think he is kind of a dramatic guy at times, but I don't know. That looks like it could be bad. So we'll see what happened with Mahomes, and we'll see the update on him there. Thanks, everybody, for the super chats today. Here's Pumper. Fellas, I just can't get over it. Man, such a breath of fresh air when Tanner was leading that offense. Just a masterful display of NFL quarterbacking.
He threw 3 passes, Pump.
I think they didn't want to throw with them. They wanted.
Oh no! At the end, all of a sudden, he's seeing them starting to hit things on stride. They went, shut that thing down. Give Tank the rest of the field.
Yeah, get Tank. Let Tank.
Yeah, let's get Tank going here.
Here's Alexander Harris, member for 16 months. Thank you, Alexander. I agree with Big Sills. We beat a team we should have beat, but the Raiders are so bad. What can you really take away from that game? They are a pretty bad team, man. Momentum, doing it right, not playing down the competition. Showing some of your star players can do some things. I'll tell you what, too, man, the run concepts by Goddard in the run game. I was pretty impressed with that. I like that they threw another wrinkle in there. That's something you may see towards the playoffs. Yep, let's see what happens there. Harris, thank you, brother. Here's Russ. What's up, Russ? Stills, you were the one talking smack about how we could lose. Then we win. Now you complain we should have won anyway. You need to make up your mind. Okay, no. You need to make up your mind on what kind of team it is. One week you lose, one week you don't. I'm not doing anything different than what your team does. Every single person in Philadelphia thought this was going to be a close ball game. You know why? Because that's what they've done this year. No, Russ, you got the wrong guy. You need to fucking get an idea what your team is.
not make my mind up. Are you going to be a team that's going to play like that every week? Or are you going to be a football team that farts around and limps around and goes up and down all year? So you need to figure out who you are, not me.
Russ, I'll take your reply in the chat. All right. Here's Marshall. What's up, Marsh? We told you, Sills, BG could play DT. Don't act nonchalant now.
Oh, wow. I mean, so he was playing DT on third down? All right. Congratulations. I don't think that guy can play third down on first and second down. I don't believe that. For a full football game, a 37-year-old guy who is an edge rusher at 248 pounds.
Well, he's not going to play every snap, obviously.
Right. Well, that's right. They put him in on third down, and they rushed him at DT on third down.
What did you think they brought him back for? To be a perennial starter?
No, I thought they brought him back to be on the edge. I didn't realize that they were going to slide him down. I thought it was
well,
really
I think
good
the
play by
Carter
Vic.
injury. I think the
Yeah.
Carter
No,
injury.
hey, listen.
Yeah.
When you're 37 years old and you're getting 2 sacks in a ball game, congratulations. That's awesome, man. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I agree with No Limit. You're like a Grinch today. Are you okay? Did you have all your Coronas? Is it too early in the day?
Oh, no, way too early because I don't, right now, I don't really like have a couple Coronas until later in the day because I like it to take the edge off of Big Sills because he lives on such a high cloud and he lives on such a high expectation in life on everything.
I know what it is. You need to have eggnog. You need a nice cup of eggnog in the holidays.
I don't live on the Raider expectation. I live on a Eagle high-end expectation. Some of you glazed donuts live down here with the Raider expectation. I live up here with winning a Super Bowl. That's where I actually live.
People like to see their team get a win, man. People like to see their team get a win. Come on, Sills.
No, congratulations. I told you I'm really good.
You need a cup of eggnog.
Nah. Hey, wait. You beat the Raiders. Congratulations for doing your job.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Listen, I think it was great momentum. How about that scanner, McKee, with those 3 attempts? Those 3 attempts, you would swear, Zander. Here's my new take for the week. Those three passes will be the greatest passes in the game. Period. All weeks long. Not by me, but those passes will. Hey, did you see the guy run the offense? I don't think Pumper's takes are that over the top. People are going to glaze donut the Tanner McKee stuff. Not me. I mean, bro, the Raiders are already on the bus with their U-Hauls packed. They're getting ready to go to Cancun.
The Eagles defense didn't allow a single play in the red zone today. They didn't have a single play inside the 30-yard line.
Congratulations, man. That's a hell of a job, man. I got to tell you. I mean, I've never seen a performance like that by the Raiders my entire NFL life. I've never seen that. I've never seen 75 yards. Zander, 75 yards and shutout. Boy, they didn't. Man, that's such a bad reflection on Pete. I feel bad for him. If that's how he's going out, if that's how he's going out with a football team that quit on him, why come back? It made no sense.
Fair enough.
I mean,
here's SFM. This game proves Brown is wrong. This is how we were winning games in the beginning. Then Brown cried and we lose 3 in a row. SFM, appreciate the comment. This does not prove that AJ Brown is wrong. You beat the shitty Raiders. Now I'm going to go Sileo on you. This does not prove that AJ Brown is wrong.
This guy here takes that victory like you just beat the Rams. That's what that, by the way, thank you, bro, for the super. I appreciate it. But he's taking that like you beat the damn Rams. I mean, or you beat just the Packers. Bro, you beat a football team that wanted to die. They wanted to die in this game. They didn't want to be out there 16-degree feel-like temperature. A dome team traveling 3,800 miles.
Yeah, they were miserable. They were miserable.
They were miserable out there. The whole
Here's Jair. Jair is on fire today. He
Jalenite unite.
Jalenites unite. All of a sudden, they woke up out of their coma. How's he played the last month and a half? Sit down. This was a 2-win team.
Man.
That's what you sound like.
I can't.
You and Jair can be the Grinch 1 and Grinch 2.
I can't wait until that really good game later on here with Rams and Lions, man. You want to, at least that's good football. I'll be waiting to watch like
that should be a good
contending playoff football teams playing. Come on. Hey, listen, I will do this, man. I think it's really difficult to shut a football team out.
Yes, it is.
I don't care. Listen, even if the worst teams on the planet, you shutting someone out, that's quite an accomplishment. Shutouts, dude, are very hard. I'd like to know when the Eagles shut the last opponent out.
Yeah, it's probably a long time. I'll look that up, see if I can get that for you. Here's Jay Fizzle. What's up, Jay Fizzle? Sills, does it ruffle your feathers when we win?
No, it's great content. Why? I told you this all the time. Why would I root for you to lose? It's wonderful content for me. If you guys,
I never thought I could use this to describe you, a man of few words. But today on the postgame show early, you were a man of few words, my friend.
You know why? At the end of, no, because there were a few things I had coming away from that game.
What's that?
There were a few things I had coming away from the game. You took care of business. You beat the Raiders. Congratulations.
This guy's got more to say on a random Thursday in June.
Right. That's the best line yet said on the postgame show. He just said I have more to say when there's nothing to say on my program than I do today and what you did against the Raiders. Yes.
How about what you saw from Goddard today?
Excellent. Excellent. And by the way, getting him involved on the short intermediate passes, that's Kevin Patullo and Nick doing that too.
That's that Kevin Patullo creativity, everybody.
Kevin Patullo's a god as a play caller now. Wow, man. I'll tell you what, all you guys, all you Eagle and all you Jalenites, I could just hear it now. Kevin Patullo should be up for the New York Giant job. Jalen Hurts' MVP candidacy has begun. He's begun. I don't
know if we can say that, but fair. It's good to see him get back in the win column. Here's Marshall. What's up, Marsh? Where was Thomas Booker today, Sills? You're the biggest glazed donut.
How about this? At least I saw him dress up. Where's that Bennett kid? I don't even see Bennett on the freaking field. And you gave
first shutout since 2018.
Since 2018. Yeah, people don't shut people out. Hey, Marsh, where's your boy Bennett? You know where Bennett is? He's collecting donuts.
The last shutout the Eagles had was versus the Washington Redskins in 2018. Josh Johnson was their quarterback. Fletcher Cox had 3 sacks in that game. 2018, they won the game 24-0.
Wow, man. I've been doing shutting people out is a very difficult thing.
So first shutout in 7 years for the Birds. Good job today. Here's Kimberly. We robbed Romper Room. Sad.
She's basically saying you robbed a little kindergarten place today. Well, little kiddies out there. Hey, Kim. No, Kim, wait a minute. Kim, Big Sil's going to do something here. Here, I'll do something to make every Eagle Jalenite feel better. Wow. Did you see the proficiency and did you see the excellence today put on display?
Why do you have to go to those extremes?
Was so unreal. I couldn't believe it. Oh, my God, this team is back. This looks like the 2024. Wait, they were a shitty passing team then, too. So, wait, I can't go there. 2022, when we saw some.
Why do you have to go to the extreme, though? Why can't you just say they had a good game? They played well today.
Watch this. Here's my takeaway. And unfortunately, folks, for the postgame show.
Here we go, everybody.
Here's my takeaway for the postgame show. Hey, congratulations. They built some momentum. They were good, and they beat the Raiders. Watch. What else, Sills? I don't know. I don't really have anything else. What else you want me to say? I mean, bro, I'm not impressed with anything you did today except win, build momentum, not have penalties. I'm not impressed.
You can only play who's in front of you, everybody. Don't let Sills beat you down. We had 3 straight losses in Philly. This city was in the state of depression, and they got out of it today, Sills. We're not going to let the Grinch come in and redeliver sadness to the city.
No, I'm sure you guys are back in it. I'm sure you guys, Jalen Hurts is going to be in the MVP race. So I'm going to show you something, guys. So let me see something here. In the last, let's go back here. Here. So since the Broncos game. You lost to the Broncos, winning team. You lost to the Cowboys, winning team as of right now. You've lost to the Bears, a winning team. You've lost to the Chargers, winning teams. That's 4. And you've won against the Vikings, a non-winning team. You've won against the Giants, a non-winning team. You've beat the Packers and the Lions, 2. In theory, you've only beaten 2 winning teams since the Bronco game. I was supposed to sit there.
Remember, we had some of those good wins earlier in the year, but the Chiefs win doesn't look like as good of a win now, does it? No. They just got eliminated from playoff contention. The Rams was a good win.
The last 2.5 months, and the last 2.5 months.
The Bucs win doesn't look as good either now, but that's all right. The Eagles are finding their way. Let's see what they can do here as they continue to roll.
In the last 2.5 months, you beat 2 teams with a winning record.
Yeah, but they took a step closer in the right direction. They were playing down to a lot of opponents recently, and they didn't do that today.
Yes, sir.
Here's Leon. Looks like Mahomes tore his ACL. Wow, that's 1 year out.
God, that's terrible.
No confirmation yet, but it did look pretty funky. I'm no doctor, and I'm not going to profess to do it. We'll see what the diagnosis is.
That's right. I don't do that either, man. Because you never know what it's going to be, and hopefully, it comes back where this guy gets maybe he just misses the rest of the year. Maybe he strained it or stressed it, but yeah, you don't want to. I'm not going anywhere near that either.
So we'll see what happens. Did look pretty nasty though. Just Joshin says Tanner McMontana for the MFN win, baby.
Yeah. Oh, he's now getting the credit for the win here. Just come on, man. Come on. It was 3. Hey, listen. As much as I'd like to go into it, it's 3 passes, man. Come on there. And well, the Raiders really never had their second team in. The Raiders played and started with their second team. Oh, Madon, man.
By the way, Phillip Rivers is out there slinging the ball around. I don't think he's completing anything yet, but let's see. Here's Cullen Miller. I'm hearing Mahomes might have tore his ACL, man. Tough hit for the league, man. It's a great player, obviously, and really the face of the franchise, the face of the NFL. Here's Kyle Kokorski, Zander and Sills. We need to upgrade our right side of our O-line. Well, you got no Lane Johnson over there, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah. They need more depth, definitely in the offseason. How about the Bears smashing that top-rated defense? I mean, listen, the Bears, I don't have the expectations for the Bears that I do for the Eagles. I still don't know who they are yet, but that's a pretty good defense to put 31 points up. They're number 2 in the NFL. That's not the 32nd ranked defense. So we'll see. I'm still not really, because of the quarterback, I'm all over the place, but, beating that and putting 31 points up on that Browns team. Hey, did you see your boy had a sack in the game too? Myles Garrett, he's 2 away from now the record. So
yeah, he's gonna get it. He should. I hope he gets it. Honestly,
me too.
I'm a Myles Garrett fan. Kyle, appreciate it, man. Here's Shady.
Guys, hit the super chats and also do us a favor, please. Hit the like button. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Opinions on Jalen's Met Gala. I didn't see it. Met Gala commercial.
I think I saw it. I saw him I saw a Sprite commercial. I was happy.
I wasn't.
No. Listen, one thing that I'm really glad about is that if he gets exposure like that and he gets commercial ads, he should be rewarded for his reputation and for his resume. I have no problem with that, and I think he handles himself well doing that. I think Nicole Lynn, his agent, and Clutch Sports, I think they do a nice job with him.
Here's Jay Fizzle. You're hating Sills. You do better when we lose, and you love it. You glaze other teams for less than this, Sills.
Because other teams are not in the position to repeat as Super Bowl champions. Act like you're going to be there, kid. Don't act like the rest of the league. I thought you were above that. Weren't you on the parade float? I know last week and the week before you were probably on that parade float, still floating around thinking, well, hey, you know what? We're going to win everything again. And then you put up a tremendous performance against the Raiders. Man, I'm so happy for you. I really am. I'm happy for all Eagle fans right now. How you guys have taken care of business against the Raiders. I am. I mean that. Oh, my heart.
Here's Greg. What's up, Greg? 12 and 15 for passing for Hurts. Come on, Sills. Give him credit. I think he's kidding.
Here's one thing for sure.
Greg is a Cowboy fan, if I'm not mistaken.
12 of 15, that's where he has to hang out at.
Nah.
I mean, 12 of 15, if you're going to give me 6, how many yards rushing did he have in the game?
40, I think.
Okay. If he's going to hang around 180 yards passing.
39.
Okay. You're going to hang around 40 yards rushing and you're going to hang around 180 yards in passing. Isn't that who he is? I mean, right?
Got to be a little more than that. I mean, it's not going to be 12, 15 every week. That's for sure.
Wait, you're saying you're going to need a little more against teams, not the Raiders?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I agree.
Well, you were playing the Raiders today, so I can't ask for more when you're not playing a team that doesn't require more.
Correct.
Don't view that as something I can knock for. Here's Pump. Fellas, we need to stop calling pass plays for we had to stop calling pass plays for Tan Man because Jalen was getting butthurt.
This is where a Pump. This is where maybe I got a little bit for you there, where I'm going to buy into that a little bit here, man. I think they stopped throwing the football because they didn't want to see the greatness of Tanner's arm.
Tanner does have a good arm, no doubt. And he gets the ball out quick. I do like that about him. Martin Perez, once Eagles win, Sil's content gets lower. Ooh.
Really? Huh, I know. Hey, Martin. Yeah, I know. They've been saying that for about what now? 38 years?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Here's Jair again. Uh-oh. They shut the Mormon missile down because he was starting to catch rhythm. They were preventing a QB controversy. Scanner McKee can actually read the field.
Absolutely. By the way, aren't I giving you guys enough love? Is that what the problem is? You guys need more love? Let me know.
Look at this guy. Zander, I blame you for the simps on the show. Shut up, goat.
Hey, wait a minute. Do you guys want me to give you more love and more pats on the back? If you do, let me know, and I will.
Yeah, I think we're all right. I think Deep Birds fans are good.
No, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Here's Freddie. Jalen Knights assemble. Look at that. Jalen Knights assemble instead of Jalenites, all one word.
No, Freddie. He's probably back, right? MVP race? Right, Freddie? To you, probably back in the MVP
Here's
race.
Marshall. We actually did beat the Rams and the Packers. You get really butthurt when we win. How you doing?
I don't get butthurt when you win. It's more content for me. Didn't you just read it?
Your pocket passer makes us a prolific offense. By her. It's not going to happen. Sean Mims, Sills guy. Baker's been shitty lately. He has been terrible.
Woo, baby. Hey, there you go, man. People with small hands, always remember, they never produce right.
Yeah. Roy Hobbs says Sills is still mad he got everything wrong last year.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not wrong about anything this year so far. I'll tell you what, juniors. I'm hitting like Shohei Ohtani on the MVP voting right now.
Yeah, 30%. Sounds about right.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm talking about a fourth MVP. That's what this bitch is going to be.
Oh,
hey, how about Nolan Smith showing up?
Yeah,
I thought Nolan Smith was.
Now I'm going to use a U line.
Oh. Hey, okay. So like when I hey,
I see quickly why if I say what I wanted to say, you would turn it around and use that against me. So you're giving Jalen credit for beating the Raiders, but you won't give Nolan Smith credit.
Get this. So let me say this to you. So AJ Brown actually had a big game today. You know why? I mean, with all the pass interference penalties that the Raiders got.
That's true.
He right? How many pass interference spot fouls did he get in the ball game too?
Well, only had 3 penalties in the game for 39 total yards.
I think 2 of them were holding on on an AJ.
I think you're right. I know the early one you had, obviously, the first
and one of them, that deep throw that Hurts had down the sideline, right?
Yep. Here's Russ. What's up, Russ? We don't care how it looks, whether we pass for 300 or 100, a win is a win. Hurts. That's the team. That's the team they've always been, and it will be with Hurts. What's new?
Wait a minute. That's the team. That's Hurts. That's what you take away from the Raider game. Okay, I knew it. I told you Friday. Told you Thursday. People are going to come out of the game. They're going to fall under banana peel again. Whoop! Feet go out from under them.
Why are they falling? Wait. So do you expect everybody to just say, "Who cares"? I'm the Grinch of Christmas. Who cares?
No. I expect everyone to have a higher standard.
No, but I have a high standard.
Well, that's not a high standard barometer sitting there glazed donut.
Yeah, but you still have to knock off who's in front of you.
I didn't say that wasn't that. I said this. There's levels.
So anybody who gives them credit for winning the game is falling on the banana?
Let me ask you this. If you beat the Rams or you beat the Raiders, who are you more excited about?
The Rams.
Okay. Well, that's all I'm at.
Well, no, but they still have to knock off who's in front of them. I'm not falling for any banana in a tailpipe. I'm giving them credit for winning the game today.
Okay, like I said, though. Okay, but so am I. I gave you credit for winning today. I told you, congratulations. You did the right thing. Everything
we don't need your credit, Sileo.
No, he sounded like the people that are on my ex account right now.
Big Sills, dual threat MVP. Oh, Matthew Stafford just threw a pick into Aiden Hutchinson's hands.
God.
Pick 6.
Hey, Lions need that ball game, bro.
Oh, no, he didn't get there. He didn't get all the way back.
Hey, the Lions need that game, or I believe they're toasting that football game. Yeah,
they're going to be struggling. Here's Jair. Nothing is new. We still look shitty. Well, they didn't look shitty today.
No, they didn't look shitty. That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't think they look shitty anywhere, actually. Okay? I'll give you something that I thought was positive today. Okay.
The return game. It's much better with Britton Covey. It's much better with Britton Covey.
And you know what? That's a great takeaway because there's no doubt. You don't have frontline guys on any team in the NFL. And when you can do that against a special teams team and you can see a little improvement on it, absolutely. How about Jake Elliott just barely getting that thing inside the upright too?
I knew you were going to say that.
Football game too. Okay. No, Zander, you don't find really give me your takeaways on strengths of what you
handled your business.
Okay.
Didn't play down to your competition. You can only beat who's in front of you, and you dominated the team today to potentially show we might not be playing to where we want to play to. But the Raiders are on the opposite end, and, man, we're certainly a lot better than them. So right now I look at them as you're somewhere in the middle and you're inconsistent. Let's get more consistent and play closer to that top potential. But you did what you needed to do today, and that deserves credit on an NFL Sunday. Come on.
Half of that right there I shut down because I heard 2 times the word potential. And that's 2 times I heard the word potential, which means I'm hoping and maybe, and we have potential, which means you haven't done it. So for me, when I heard potential twice, I shut the back end of that thing because the first end was great. The back end with 2 potentials, I didn't hear it after that because
look at Morty. The comment of the day this is what my pops used to say to me, Sales. Handle your business or your business will handle you. The Birds handled business today, Sales.
That's right. They sure did. And I'm with you on it.
By the way, the magic number is down to 2 now for the NFC East.
Look at that. Wow.
The Cowboys play this evening, right?
You bet, man. I'm happy for the Eagles fighting off a 6-6-1 Cowboy team that you split with this year. That's what I'm talking about. Play them 500 teams. Build some momentum up. Win the NFC East. That's what I'm saying. Talking to me about the Raider game. So we're talking about the Raider game and having a game and a half lead up on the 6-6-1 Cowboys. Hey, listen.
Wait, so you didn't take anything from the defense today?
No.
Really? I think they've had more evidence of playing good than the offense, so I can give a little bit more credence to that performance.
Okay. Yeah, well, I didn't see anything in there that made me fucking – the Raiders have the worst O-line in football. I mean, they came into the game with the worst.
Sometimes you are like, this is why Philly loves you, but they hate you, but they love you at the same time. Because you really have mastered the art of being an asshole. All right? You really.
I sound like my wife.
I mean, really, though. It's like unbelievable. Your level of assholery on this show today is like, it's almost phenomenal. I almost have to tip the cap to you.
Wait. I told you had a good day today. I'm not sure what I don't know what people want. If you wanted to be like M. Reyes glazed donut, that wasn't going to go anywhere near that. I'll tell you, you know what? Your comeback against the Rams to me has been the best win of the year. It's been the best one of the year.
Well, that was early too, man. That was early.
Yep. Rams are a different ball team now too, just like the Eagles are. But hey, coming off that Raider game.
See, Blaine's giving you more credit for being an asshole than you're giving the Eagles for beating the Raiders today. He says it takes years to master the art of becoming an asshole.
Listen. I can't wait to hear what John says.
Yeah, well, John's probably going to be – I feel like John's going to be right in between us like he normally is. You're going to be all the way on one end. John's going to say, well, they deserve credit, but you can't take too much from it.
I'm not taking the credit away. They took care of it. Were you really going to take a lot away from this game if you came out of it? Were you really going to?
No, but they had to do this. Like
Okay.
if they played this game 17-14, I'd be upset.
So do you think
But
the
they
Eagles
didn't,
played up
you
to
know?
their potential today? I do.
think there's still more to unlock, but yeah.
I think they played up to their potential today.
And they didn't play down to their
But when
opponent.
you play up to your potential, you want backslapping? Not you. I'm saying people want backslapping.
Well,
when you do your
they won
job.
the game. I'm telling you, the city's happy to get out of the loss column, man. 3 straight losses. You don't understand what that does to the city.
Thank God it's lined up with 2.
This city doesn't handle losing well. We're sore losers,
Hey,
all of us.
no. I'm glad that it lines up well with these tomato cans at the end of the year for you.
Well, the Bills are not a tomato can. They're 10-4.
No, they are not.
So why are you saying tomato cans? They're not a tomato can.
Okay, excuse me. One non-tomato can.
So if the Eagles go into Buffalo
and do this, there'll be a different post-game show. Yes. I will promise you that. Hey, after the Commander game, when you play them, I promise you that.
Look at this asshole. Shady appears to be in the Sileo camp of mastering the art of being an asshole. I agree with Sil. Zander, you're talking like you should be on a panel with Barkan and M. Reyes.
Oh, man. Hey, look.
I won't let you losers bully me.
I'm not down.
I won't let all you losers now. You just want me to hate. No, I'll hate when it's warranted. I'll give credit when it's warranted.
I'm not hating.
I call strikes, and balls. Here you go. Here's Jeff Bone. Ball goes to Tanner Manning. Sills, you look like you need a fresh hot bag of nuts. How you doing?
Hey, all I could say is this, Jeff. Yeah, you know what, brother? It's all good, man. It just makes me feel like I'm very happy for all you guys and your box of fucking glazed donuts that you got today coming out of the Raider game. You should feel pretty good about a baker's dozen. All glazed up there with that Kelly green on top, you know. Then you get a nice sippy cup and you sit there and you go, look at us. We did our job. We did the job against a shitty football team, and we are now back. And hey, as Zander said, only like a bowling game, right? Zander, you got to knock down the pins that are in front of you. There you go, right there. Right?
Here's Jim Adams. John McMullen's about to join us in a couple seconds here. Jim says, I was happy with the lack of penalties.
Yes.
Other than that, it was just a momentum game.
It was a momentum game. Hey, brother, that's right. It's a momentum game. I completely agree with that. I do. You're trying to build momentum going into the postseason. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, come on over, Sills. Come on over to my side. Come on over.
That's not happening.
Stay focused. It seems like Saquon's avoiding contact, running out of bounds, and falling at first contact. A lot of east and west, not north and south. I agree completely. Did you see that run early in the game? It looked like he had 8 yards in front of him, and the guy bounces to the outside and ends up getting 3 yards on the carry. I'm like, what was that?
78 yards, 3.5 a carry, man. Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's just not doing good.
Hey, I told you they'd have around 38 carries. They had 47 carries in the ball game. So that, I mean, obviously the weather probably played a factor in that, but you know, I mean, A.J. Brown, 2 targets in the ball game. Only a matter of time before that can opener goes in there and goes that bitch up.
I'm sorry that you're so upset today. You're like it's the Grinch. Get yourself a cup of eggnog.
I think it's without a doubt, man. I think it's a great building block beating the Raiders. I do.
It's basically milk and sugar. It might cheer you up at the holidays.
I don't know, man. Eggnog. I don't know.
That's Philly 500. Stuff's the best. Peter says, just saw Glazed Donut proved himself with a super chat. I don't know who you're talking about. Greg says, okay, so you don't need him to do more against the 2-11 Raiders, but still, shouldn't he be able to do more than 12-15 against the Raiders in the shutout?
No.
They didn't need to.
They didn't need to. Yeah, that was a game they didn't need to. Absolutely not. They didn't need to.
Here's Peter, Zander and Big Sills. What's up, Peter? Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Peter.
Walk out. What's up, brother? $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Sills is right, period. Let's see where we are in 2 weeks. You guys are great.
Thank you, Walk. Thank you.
Grinch hat's in the walk out. The Grinch hat's in the mail for you too, big dog. Should deliver this week. We have it fresh in time for the holidays.
Pretty soon we'll be giving jerseys out again.
Look at SMD. Just tuning in. Sileo is more impressed with the Cowboys beating the Raiders 33-16 than the Eagles beating them 31-0.
I am, because the Cowboys are not a playoff football team. They're getting better. They're not in a place where you guys are right now. And yeah, I really don't think much of the Raiders, but I don't really think much of the Cowboys all that much. I think they're getting a lot better. I think the football team's improved. But that team's not going to get. You think that team's making it to the NFC Championship game? The Cowboys? They're not even making it to the divisional round. They haven't made a divisional round. I mean, they haven't made the NFC Championship game in 32 years. I'm making that.
Fair enough. Good stuff there. Good stuff there. We got Johnny Mack in the green room now. Let's see what Johnny Mack has to say. The Birds crushed the Raiders today. They moved to 9-5 on the year and a 3-game losing skid that they were on, and they win the game today 31-0. They out-yard the Raiders 387-75. How about the passing yards? 204-29. The rushing yards 183-46. The yards per play 5.9.
I've never seen this in an NFL
1.8. It's ridiculous. They completely destroyed them today. Let's bring John McMullen in right now from Lincoln Financial Field. Johnny Mack, are you out there, my friend? The Birds get back in the win column today, J Mac.
Yeah, that was a beatdown. I mean, I thought it might be a get-right game, not to this degree. This is embarrassing for an NFL team. 75 yards on 42 plays. Think about that. I mean, we talked at the pregame, Kenny Pickett needing to show to the rest of the league. Well, it wasn't only his fault, obviously, but that was an offense that couldn't do anything. And, at 2-12, you start to think, and Pete Carroll's 74 years old. I mean, this is a complete teardown again for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's probably going to be one and done for Pete Carroll, unfortunately. There's not much good going on in Las Vegas. But for the Eagles, it was exactly what they needed it to be. And that's a get-right game. Jalen Hurts gets right, 12 of 15 despite the wind, 3 touchdowns, passer rating back up to 150-something. They ran the ball not great, but effectively. And I think Jalen getting more involved in that aspect was a big part of it. Dallas Goddard had a great game. Should have had 3 touchdowns, only had 2 because the one target he didn't catch was an easy touchdown. Would have had 3 touchdowns. They got the big touchdown to A.J. Brown late. They got a deep shot to DeVonta Smith. And then, as I said, the defense has just been lights out. Tremendous pass rush again. Now, you have to put it in the context of the offensive lines they've been playing over the past 6 days, but, they've been better without Jalen Carter. There will be larger tests when you need them back, but they've been phenomenal. Brandon Graham, what a game for Brandon Graham. Coming back at his age, moving inside to defensive tackle. There's not much. Zach Bond, that great interception. They shut down Brock Bowers completely, basically. Just an incredible performance by the defense, and the offense, get some confidence next Saturday against another bad team, and who knows, maybe it can be a problem in the playoffs.
John, I looked at the game like this. I mean, they build momentum. They didn't play down to their competition. At the end of the day, I have not changed in any way whatsoever. You're going to hear people fall on the the banana peel in the tailpipe here and go like this. I mean, hey, here we are. We're back here. And I'm like, well, I'm not sold on anything because that was one of the worst performances in the history of football by a football team. I mean, John, being shut out like that, last Eagles shutout was 2018. I give them great credit for that because, as you know, John, even the worst teams in the league, shutting an NFL team out is without one of the more difficult things to do. So to give them credit, but hey, John, I come out of that game with the same question marks. I mean, we'll see against Buffalo what they do, but I think momentum, taking care of business, showing you what a little bit of the potential. I like some of the concepts in the run game using Goddard in the run game. I thought that was new. That looked pretty good. So, I mean, I'm not really changed in any way coming out of that game. They took care of business against a team that shouldn't have got off the bus.
Well, I don't think they did get off the bus technically. I mean, it was almost, they came out the third. I said it at halftime. They came out the third offensive play. Eric Stokes had good coverage on A.J. Brown. It was going to be a 3-and-out, and he didn't turn his head, and he got caught for DPI, and it was like, all right, there's the game. one bad thing happened, and they just never recovered. And that first drive was like 13 plays, 7+ minutes. And they did some nice things in the red zone, as you said, with Dallas Goddard. Both of those shovel passes for touchdowns. They should have had them a third time, so they did some nice things. But they've been good in the red zone all year for the most part.
Yeah.
I said before the game, there's not much you can learn about the team from this game other than you hope they wouldn't play down to the competition, and they didn't, and that's a positive.
Yes.
That part of it is a positive because, I thought they would a little bit. I had them winning, but 19-10, I thought it would be an ugly game, and it wasn't an ugly game. But I'm not gonna fall for it and say, oh, they beat the Las Vegas Raiders, everything is fine, with a backup quarterback and everything else that's going on over there that I talked about.
John, how about Jalen Hurts? You mentioned the stat line he had, so not obviously didn't throw the ball too much, but he was on a little bit of a skid there, John, like 3 to 5 games where he was just really struggling with the team. Did you see enough to feel a little bit more confident, or are you going to see more to see that Jalen Hurts is back to his usual self?
Well, I expected him to be back to his usual self when it came to ball security, because that's generally what he's been in his career. He's very secure with the football. So I wasn't expecting another 4-interception performance. But you also never expect that kind of efficiency either. So, that's one of the things of Jalen Hurts. He's got 158.3 against Minnesota. He's got 154.9 today. And he's got games where he looks terrible. And, that's part of the roller coaster that we talk about all the time. There's some ups and there's some downs. And I don't think by any stretch of the imagination it's going to be straight up. It's an EKG, basically, with Jalen Hurts. And, he's back post-game. We just got up. That's why it took so long. He's back to his short self, and obviously he's, a little upset coming off the bad week or whatever, but you can only talk about what's there, and what's there this week is pretty good. What was there 6 days ago was pretty bad. So I think I've explained both.
John, how about this? Is it me? Am I imagining this? That the last 2 weeks I've seen more Goddard involved in the passing game and more involved in the in the game plan
today. He's always been involved. He's got a career high.
I'm just saying, John, the last two games, it just seems that there's been more kick up in volume.
Well, they like that flat routes. I think when things go poorly, they go back to that a lot. Specifically today, he was wide open. I don't know what Las Vegas was doing, but it was like he had an invisible cloak on, and they didn't know he was out there. So today I think it was just, for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on with Las Vegas and their defense, but evidently they must have trouble, finding tight ends on those RPO looks and things like that. So
you mean Devin White had a tough time covering Dallas Goddard today? What a shocker, John.
I don't think he was the only one, but yeah, Devin White is, he's an interesting player. People think he's good, but he's not.
He's not.
I've tried. Yeah, I know. He's good dude, but you got to be honest. And he's struggled except that run to the Super Bowl, which I think has created a lot of narratives when he played like a superstar when Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl.
John, what'd you make of the defense today? Obviously, we talked about the total yards for the Raiders. That's a pretty bad performance. I don't know if you give the defense credit for that, John, or you just look at the Raiders and say, man, that's a bad football team. But I don't know. Anytime you give up only 70-something yards, I think you got to give give a little bit of credit to the defense. What'd you see out there today?
I think, shutouts, as Dan said, are really hard to come by in the NFL, but even more hard to come by is 75 yards of total offense. That I can't. I got to look that up after I get off. I think you got to go back to the 60s for the Raiders to have a poor performance like that. That does not happen in this league, because think about it. I mean, you get one 30-yard run here, you get one explosive play there, you get, Brock Bowers is out there, Gentry's out there. It's just so hard to go through 60 minutes of football. If you're under 200, that's a dominating performance. 75. I looked at that at the end of the game. I thought it was a misprint. It's just so hard to do. So, but obviously they're, for the bus analogy, they didn't get off the bus. They've given up. This is what happens. I talk about it all the time. There's certain teams that there's a certain point of the season where they just pack it in, they give up, and if the first bad thing or the couple bad things happen early, they just pack it in for the day, and that's generally when you have teams firing their coaches and things like that. Then you have other bad teams who fight and claw and keep fighting, and those coaches have a chance to keep their jobs. But I didn't see a lot of fighting and clawing today from the Las Vegas Raiders.
Absolutely not. I mean, John, there's no doubt. However, again, momentum, right, John? These are the kind of games again, and then you're going to have another one, and maybe the next time that we get a chance to take a look at this football team as they get ready for a playoff team. There was a huge win today by Buffalo. Yeah. So Buffalo is right back in the mix there to potentially get themselves a pretty decent seed. Now, they're not catching New England, obviously, but there's still going to be an opportunity for them to make some hay in the postseason in the AFC, especially now that Mahomes is not going to be in the postseason. They've been officially eliminated now. So the Super Bowl over on the AFC side, John, think about it, is wide open. Wide open right now. You're not going to have Burrow in it. There's a chance you're only going to have Lamar, and you're going to have Allen, and then whomever, the young guys and the young Turks. You're going to have Bo Nix, and you're going to have Drake May in it. I mean, this thing is wide open on that side. So you're going to see Josh Allen in about 2 weeks. So another get-right game coming up against the Commanders.
They're not getting shut out. The Bills aren't getting shut out.
No,
I'm going to
not in Buffalo.
And they're going to have over 100 yards of total. So I'm going to guarantee that. Yeah, so, I mean, these games are what they are. But, again, you can only play who's in front of you. You knock down the pin and you move on. So next Saturday, they got another weak pin. Knock them down, move on. Then you're going to have a tough time in Buffalo. But by that point, you probably clinch the NFC East. The magic number will be 2. It's probably not going to go down tonight because Dallas is at home. They're probably going to beat Minnesota, but you never know. Yep. And, the Eagles only need to win 2 over their final 3 weeks or, get 1 win and 1 Dallas loss, either or. So they're closing in. They're going to win the NFC East. But the question is here, it's not about making the playoffs. It's making a strong run when you get to the playoffs. And let's be honest, it's making the Super Bowl for the fan base. Are they that type of team? I don't think so right now, but they do have time to get back and be in that position. And the first thing to get there is confidence. So how do you build your confidence? Beat up on these loser teams, and they did it today.
They did. John, when you came in, you said, you didn't think they were going to – you thought they were going to play down to their competition just a little bit. I mean, that's based on your score of 19-10. Did they give you personally, more confidence, not in the team, but just in their ability to not play down and to be that better team? Because they have been struggling with that, playing down to competition, really not playing up to their potential at all. Did this game change any of that for you, or is it more of a one-off in your eyes?
A little bit of a one-off from the standpoint of, again, it's good, but I didn't see if you look at it, Saquon was at 3.5 yards a carry. Tank Bigsby got some run late, which everybody wanted to see. 3.4 yards per carry as the numbers, more carries. Any Tanner McKee, I'm surprised I haven't got
Yeah.
The back foot hits the ground, the ball comes out. I can almost see the joy in Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni's faces, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised that
we had him earlier, John. Don't you worry.
Hey, John, those will be the biggest 3 attempts all week you will see that a quarterback has ever had since you saw Dan Marino throwing the ball for the first time.
Yeah.
You're going to swear this week, though, that this guy threw for 300 yards. Hey, John, did you get any update or anything? Have you heard anything yet? Because Hurts got nicked up in the ball game, and so did Barkley. They got nicked up. Did you happen to hear anything about that? Because he was limping on the sideline there. Oh, yeah. I know he turned around and threw a TD pass, but I mean –
well, I've seen Carson Wentz throw a TD. It was actually a 2-point conversion. Or was it the touchdown? With a torn ACL.
Yeah.
So you can do that. He threw and that was a nice pass to AJ. He clearly got hurt, and he was popped up. Luckily, that was the end of the quarter, so he had the time between the third quarter and the fourth quarter, a little bit extra time, and he was jogging on the sidelines trying to get it loose. And he came back through the touchdown. Then it was a blowout. So you don't know, did they replace him because it was a blowout, or did they replace him because he banged up his ankle? Now, he spoke after the game, which is an indication that it's not terribly serious, because they would have had him getting treatment, and especially on a short week. Because, again, they're playing on Saturday this week. So I don't think it's terribly, but, wouldn't be surprising to me if it's a low ankle sprain or something of that nature. And he wasn't exactly his ebullient self after the game, so maybe he is dealing with something, but obviously he's never going to let on to it. But he did have his normal post-game press conference. He was asked about it. And he said, just got to persevere, get through it. He did it. The question is, and we don't know that. It's open-ended. Would he have been, if it was a close game, would he have stayed in? My guess is yes, but I can't say that 100%.
Yeah, I think so, but I hear what you're saying there. John, I want to talk to you about Saquon. I will give you this real quick, though. 4 carriers of the football today for the Eagles offense. The leader in average yards per carry goes to Tanner McKee, 1 carry for 9 yards. Saquon Barkley, though, John, 22 carries, 78 yards, 3.5 and a touchdown. There was some good, John, but it does seem like this is still the thing, man, that's just dragging. They can't get Saquon going on a consistent basis. What'd you make of Saquon Barkley's game today?
Yeah, it's just something's missing.
Hey, John, real quick, we were a year off.
Yeah.
Okay, we're a year off on this here because, John, you got to say it now. If there was a team, if this was a game that the Eagles got right, Barkley didn't get right in this game.
No, I think at halftime the number he was averaging 2.3 yards per carry. So he had a much better second half when the Raiders had kind of checked out, which I think contributed it too. So. Yeah, that's the one guy I look at and say, all right, AJ got his touchdown at the end, and DeVonta got his long pass. Wasn't a lot of volume to those guys. Dallas got 2 touchdowns, should have gotten 3. Jalen Hurts got 3 touchdowns. But Saquon is just under 4 yards a carry again. Longest run was 17 yards. And last year, I forget the number. You had 20 or something, 20-yard carries. It's like 3 this year or 4. They're really explosive runs, just not there. And it's really, without that bell cow and without that count, you can count on this guy every single week. And yeah, people can point to the Super Bowl and say he didn't have a good game, but I mean, he had 2,504 yards through the season. Most weeks you can count on a big game from Saquon Barkley. Can't do it this year. In fact, it's almost the opposite.
How much does that give you long-term pause, John? Because this team obviously has a way how they go about winning, and a lot of it revolves around the run game, and that's kind of the style they've committed to, and they've, that's been their MO, and they've kind of been, you could probably say, a little bit arrogant in that the fact that they won't come off it, even if it sometimes looks like they got to come off it. How much does that change maybe your long-term thought process just this season for this football team, that the run game still is not going after week 15?
Well, this season, not that much, because I don't think it's about the running back. I think it's about the quarterback. So I think that's an off-season conversation you have to have. And if you want to keep going forward with this path, because I don't think they can toggle. I've said it a million times, and people hate me for it. I don't think they can toggle to being a high-volume passing team. I don't think that's their strength. I think it would be silly to do that. I think it would put them at peril of turning the football over far more consistently, and that's why they don't do it. So, yes, then it comes down, then it trickles down to the running game and the running back. But in other words, if Saquon, God forbid, gets hurt, they're still going to play this way until they have a philosophical shift, which will not come until after the season, if it comes at all. But they'll have those discussions after the season is what I'm trying to say. Hey,
John, any word on Jalen Carter next couple weeks, sir? Are they still looking at that as the week to week that, are they eyeballing the Buffalo game, or maybe another week here where, and I know you don't have, maybe you don't, or maybe you do have intel on that right now, but best guess, you think they wait until the Bills game?
I mean, my best guess with Jalen Carter is the playoffs, to be honest.
Okay.
My best guess with Lane Johnson is Buffalo. I think he might play next week. I think he'll be back at practice next week. But I mean, Washington, I think they might try to push it one more week, give him another week to rest. I think, but they might play him. With Jalen Carter, like I said, he's got persistent shoulder pain, both shoulders. The only way you're going to solve that to get through the season is rest. And the more you can rest them for the playoffs, the better. And if they're playing like this, you can afford to rest them because that interior's been tremendous. Again, bad offensive lines. But Washington, and you'll have one test, really, where you probably need them. But you can get by that game. My hunch is you're not going to need that game because you're gonna clinch the NFC East. You're going to be the 3 seed. You can't get the 2. My hunch is they're not even going to need that game anyway. So I think that's how you kind of play it strategically. Not that they would never admit it, but I think it's about rest for Jalen Carter.
Yeah, we'll see, because he did have a lot of rest coming into the year, too. Now, obviously, seems to be more aggravated. Johnny Mac, your final thoughts, man. Eagles win 31-0. Get back in the win column after 3 straight losses. Your final thoughts here on the on Week 15, Game Day Sunday postgame show, John.
Yeah, they had 1 pin out, not a split. All you got to do is knock it down. They knocked it down. I mean, it was the simple little front pin, the easiest shot in bowling. They knocked it down. We need Jeff Kerr. That's. But what else could they do? What else could they do? They were playing the Las Vegas Raiders. There are 3 options, 2 options, really. You play poorly and win, or you beat the you-know-what out of them. Which would you prefer? They beat the you-know-what out of them.
Beat the hell out of that team.
I'm with you on that. John, good stuff, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Birds 365 in the morning. Travel home safely, John. I think the roads are a little bit clearer now than when you had to get down there this morning. Hopefully you get home safe, John, and we'll talk to you in the morning. All right, brother?
All right. Well, if I don't, you probably won't be talking to me. But let's
That's true. That's true. Let's not speculate. Let's not think about
speculate.
that.
We're all day to day.
John.
We're all day to day, my friend.
Yes, we are. John, thank you, brother. Talk to you then.
All right. See you
later, dude. There's Johnny Mac, John McMullen joining us right here on the JAKIB Postgame Show. Eagles move to 9-5, Sills. A big W for the Birds today. Give me your final thoughts here on the Postgame Show edition.
Took care of business. Created a little momentum. Didn't turn the ball over. Let me reach for another one. Played with great execution. Some creative stuff. By the way, very good stuff. You know what? To John's point, too. One thing they've been really great at from the beginning of the year to right now, dude, when they get in the red zone, they're scoring. That football team's scoring no matter who it is.
They're still the number one team in the NFL.
Hey, I don't care high volume, low volume. When they get in there, they're scoring something, man. So keep that in mind. That was another good thing because that's something they've been all year long. But, hey, congratulations there, man. I mean, way to go. And now you're on to the now you're on to the Washington Commanders, and I'm ready to rock here. Way to end this season up here, man. I can't wait. Here we go, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Boy, I'll tell you what. I took nothing from that game except momentum.
Nothing from the
By the way, wait, I did take something, and I'm going to say this, and I just tweeted it on my X account. Barkley's finished.
For good, you think?
No. Finished in being a high explosive player.
Potentially.
I still think he's a really –
unfortunately, you're potentially
I still think he's good. But, bro, if you couldn't get right against a team that's 32nd in the run, I mean, you're never getting right.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. All right, so it's a good show, man. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the
Whoa. 2 to 6 tomorrow.
Hopefully you have a little more to say on that show than you had at the Open today.
Yeah, because really, I didn't know what the glazed donuts wanted today. All I can tell you is put a little more glaze on it. It's Christmas season. You can have a little eggnog that Zander likes, dip it in there, and you guys come out of the game going like this. What a weekend. What a Sunday. Eagles are back. Hurts is back in the MVP conversation. I'll catch you tomorrow, Junior.
Steve has a new name tonight. Call him Max. You know why?
Why?
Because the Grinch's dog, his name is Max.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Hey, by the way, get the antlers on. How you doing?
Later, Grinch.
I'll see you later, brother. I'll see all you guys. Please hit that like button.
Later, Sills. Appreciate you. There's Big Sills joining us here on the postgame show. Appreciate all you guys for being here. All right, good win today. I'm not going down the Sills path. Look, I'm happy the team got the win. 3 straight losses. They came out, dominated today. Jalen made the throws he needed to make, was more decisive with the football when it comes to running. Saquon's still struggling a little bit. AJ got the ball. Defense played really well. Look, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Stop acting like it's all you guys are Sileoized. You guys say I'm Sileoized. You guys are Sileoized. Your favorite football team beat somebody 31-0, and you're like, we cannot give credit. We are not allowed to give credit for the team because it's the Raiders. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Okay? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. All right? Good job by the Birds today to handle their business, not play down to their opponent, and beat the ever-living hell out of them. All right, so good stuff there. We'll have the post-game show coming up now. I think I got all super chats already, so we have nothing to knock out there, and I'll send the link for the post-game show coming up here right now. All right, coming up here right now. By the way, I'm sure you all notice I'm not in my studio. All right, I am normally supposed to be in my studio. So I woke up today at the crack of dawn, and I'm supposed to drive back to Philly, and because I was down with my cousins this weekend, I was supposed to be driving back to Philly. Well, you got the Corvette, and there was 3 inches of snow on the ground. It was slushy. It was like slick, sleety, icy, cold. I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't take the vet. So I'm going to be driving out of here after the show tonight. All right, so I got to get back for the week of shows tomorrow. All right, I got to get back for the week of shows tomorrow. I have a follow-up on my dentist appointment tomorrow. Part of me wants to just bail out. Part of me just wants to bail out so I don't have to go to the damn dentist. You put the tools in your mouth and crap. All right, so we're down here. All right, here we go. Linc is coming. Linc is coming. My boy is the Corvette in bad weather. Always. I drive the car everywhere, man. I'm one of those people. I drive the car. It's a car. All right. It's a car. Jay says, give me 250. I'll Uber you. I'm good, Jay. Thank you, brother. All right. We got some people for the post-game show. I don't know how many people will join me tonight after that snooze fest. We got some, though. We got some joining in. All right. We got some. Let's go to Joe Whip joining me right now in the post-game show. Joe, what's going on, man? Eagles win the game today, 31-0. You feeling good about your birds?
I was out all day. I was following the game on my phone, and I'm watching the replay now that I recorded. And I'm concerned about Barkley.
Yeah, he's not very good right now.
I'm watching him run. He has lanes open, and he's not. If he cuts inside, and he bounces them outside all the time. I don't know what's going on with him. It's actually kind of depressing.
Yeah. I wonder if you're watching that play in the first half where it looked like he clearly had 8 yards in front of him.
Oh, easily.
And he cuts to the outside and he runs out of bounds. I'm like, Saquon, what are you doing here, my dude? Get upfield, get north to south.
I don't know what to say. I mean, the defense is just, Brandon Graham was just tearing it up today.
Yeah. 2 sacks for BJ.
What I've seen.
Awesome story. Yep.
But that's my biggest takeaway. The defense was just dominant. But my concern is Barkley. He just he's not bouncing stuff. He's not taking stuff inside. I don't know what the hell's going. I mean, it's over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's very Philly of you to come on here after a 31-0 win and just start bitching immediately about your.
That's the only negative I can see.
Did you see any positive today, or are you like Sileo today? You refuse to acknowledge the positives.
No, 31-0 is 31-0. I don't care if they're playing, the Sisters of the St. Joseph.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter to me. No, they dominated. The only concern I have was Saquon. Then you had I'm watching one player in the first half. The first down, he gets an 8-yard run, and then he gets hammered in the backfield for 4-yard loss. This stuff's got to stop. And I don't know if it's going to stop.
I agree. And based on the way they play offense, obviously, the running is a big part of their conservative approach. So you hope it gets going, but hope is not a good strategy here late in the season. But, Joe, they're back in the win column. That's a good thing, my friend. And we'll see what happens this next week. Now you got a short week, Saturday game versus the Commanders this week.
Are you going to be able to get home, Zander?
I'll get home. Don't worry, Joe.
Okay.
I'll get home.
Do I have to drive down and get you with my Tesla?
No, I'll make it. Don't you worry.
Okay.
All right, Joe. Good stuff, man. I'll talk to you again soon. All right, brother.
Fun, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Joe. There's my boy, Joe Whip. Let's go to O-Line Guru coming up next here on the post-game show. What's up, O-Line Guru? How you doing, brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Can you hear me?
I can see you got a big smile on your face. You were at the game last week, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you.
Well, I ain't getting into it late, so that's why I ain't getting to get on the call, man.
That was a tough one, but what'd you make of the game today, man? 31-0. Good win.
Great win. Really good football.
Uh-oh, I lost your mic, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I got you now. Yep.
Hey, we give him a hard time when he's bad, so we got to give him love when he's good. KP was pretty amazing today. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way Hurts was running the ball late, though. But, we getting him going.
Just from a reckless standpoint, like you wanted to.
Yeah. No, I wanted them to run the ball with Hurts, obviously. I'm talking about that late 24-0. After I seen him run it 4 or 5 times, it's like, okay, we can do it with him. Just from a strictly health, but not play calling point of view. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give credit to KP first because I'm one of the main ones also being hard on him. So I'm a fair critique. You feel me? I'm a fair critic. Also, all the people in the chat that's been hollering for Tanner McKee, I want to say, as the CEO of the Jalen Knights, thank you to Jalen for getting Tanner McKee in the game for you guys. I know that you was really excited. I know that you was really excited and really couldn't wait to see him play today. So Jalen Hurts made sure that you got to see your guy Tanner McKee today, guys. I want to send that to all the other people in the chat. And lastly,
that shit, Caleb.
I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna pop it now. Once again, they're gonna sound reckless. I never once said that we want to win the Super Bowl or nothing like that yet. I haven't went that extreme. Now, what I will say, what I said in the chat to you last week, man. Everybody keeps talking about the level of opponents. I think what we're worried about, we don't need a good team to prove what we need. We need consistency, man. We just need good, consistent football, not turn the ball over, not costly penalties, and see how we do in the playoffs. The Bills will be a good test for us. Like I said, we can win out. Hopefully, we will win out. If we win out and we play really good football, let's see how the playoffs go. Let's
Yeah,
see how the
I agree.
playoffs go.
I think
We've
it's good
already
stuff
beat
today, though. They definitely added something to build on today, in my
and the
opinion.
Chargers, and I didn't get to say it, and I know some people been saying it. I seen it live, and I'm not gonna say we look better. Our mojo was up, our energy was up. You could tell that we really wanted to win. People on the sidelines was high fiving each other more. The morale was up. It was a tough loss. We had multiple. Now, yeah, we had multiple chances to win the game against the Chargers, but seeing them fight through that
That was a
and
tough
come
one to
short.
be at, though, right?
It was so tough, man. But SoFi is such a beautiful stadium, man. Extra quarter
It is.
overtime.
It is.
I mean, bro, to see Jalen Hurts run for that first down, get a penalty, and then that 3rd and 22 pass to Smitty, see it live, bro, was just
That was a great
crazy.
pass, man. That
And,
was what
and then,
probably his best pass of the day. And that one would be one AJ dropped in the end zone. But the
oh,
what about the historic 2 turnover in one play?
oh, bro, when I seen that, it's like my boy said, the highs are so high, but the
I know.
lows are the
I
lows
know.
look crazy. And but like I said, I left the game more assured. I'm not going to say in the I just knew that we're actually trying to make some changes that are necessary. I didn't like the play call at the end. Leaving Khalil Mack unblocked to the short side of the field, high low concept. It's still on Hurts
Well,
for throwing it,
I think
obviously.
Hurts should have handed
Yeah,
that
yeah.
ball off. Yeah.
Hurts should never even throw it.
Yeah.
Hurts should never even threw it. It's a bad, poor play call, poor decision by the quarterback, all around shit show to end the game. But yeah, man, I think, like I said, I'm not going to be no extremist because you know I'm not that. I'm pretty fair. I do think that we are trending in the right direction. It's the Raiders. I don't think that we have to beat a juggernaut to prove ourselves. We just need to prove ourselves that we're not going to beat ourselves.
Right.
We're not going to beat ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And once we get to the playoffs, man, let's see. You know, our only real threat is the Rams. I'm not going to sleep on nobody else, but the only team I'm confident could maybe beat us is the Rams. That's the
Yeah,
only
they're a good
team that
team.
I'm like,
They're playing right now. I don't know what they're doing right now. I was interested in that Phillip Rivers game. I'll watch. I'll see.
do
I'll catch
we?
up on that thing when I'm off the air.
This is one more thing, man. Do we have any chances? I don't know. Do we have any chance of getting the one, or do the Bears and Rams have to lose like 2 games or something? Is there any chance?
The Rams are what? They're 10-3. So if they lose today, they'd be 10-4. It feels like we could get it. We only have 5 losses. I mean, remember the Rams have to play the Seahawks in Seattle again, and we have the tiebreaker. So if they lose today to the Lions and then they lose to the Seahawks, yeah, we're in business. But I don't know. You think the number 1 team in the NFC is going to have 5 losses? I don't think so, but
I don't
maybe.
know. I don't know, but I can say this: the NFL in general is wide open.
Yes, it
There's
is.
no powerhouse. There's nobody that's just really just, you know what I'm saying, a juggernaut to where they can't be beat. Although I think the Rams is probably this much better than everybody right now, but they're not so much better so they can't lose. You know, it might happen. If
Yeah.
not, we don't have to have it. I prefer that we do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more so focused on us winning these 4 games than us getting the one, to be honest. Like, we got to win these next 4 games for confidence and consistency. That's why in that chat I said it's not like we can win the 4 games, but for our confidence, that's what we need. We need that for our mental morale, man.
All right. All right, brother. Good stuff, man. I'm happy you were at the game
Go,
last week. I know it was a tough one to be at, but still, it's like you said, it's a cool stadium, and then they got back in the win column this week. Thank you, brother. I
go, Bert.
appreciate you, man.
Go, Bert. Yeah, man. My bad. My headphone had disconnected, but like I said, go Birds. I know I came in here and trolling, but I'm saying again for all the Tanner McKee guys, congratulations, guys. You got to see him today. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. He really got him in for you guys today. I know you're really excited about that rhythm on timing.
Talk that shit.
We almost got the football in there. I'm really, really proud of you guys. I know you're excited about it. Let's hope Jalen Hurts can get him back in there again for you guys, okay? Let's keep
There
it
you
up.
go. Good stuff, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Later, dude. There's my boy, O-line guru. Good shit there from him. I was supposed to go to, there we go, No Limit. He's still in here. Let me go to No Limit next. Then I got HKP, then Chris 3K. Then I got Kim, Keese, and Steven. Got some good people in here today. No Limit. What's up, brother?
What's up? Yo, to the last person, listen, he needs to hold his horses. Look, because the same thing that'll make you laugh or make you cry. That's all I'm going to say when it comes to Jalen Hurts.
True.
Listen, so yeah, today was a good win. No matter what Sills is saying in this chat, don't let him be a Grinch. I was doing my little bit of research. You know, today we allowed the 6th fewest yards in over 20 years.
Is that right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's the 6th fewest yards in 20 years. Like, I'm giving my defense all the benefit of the doubt today. I mean, I know it was a bad Raiders team, but you mean like 72 yards? How many teams have you seen only come out and only get 72 yards in an NFL game, especially nowadays? That's why I got to give my defense a lot of credit. I got to give props off to the offense. They finally had a game, even though it was against the Raiders. I just got like a couple questions. Like, why do we only force like under center runs against bad teams? Like, that's just like some every time I really try to
they're going to play more in the shotgun, bro. It just is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? That's most of the game today, though. But I get what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, but like I forgot who it was. I think it was Greg Olsen or something. One of the commentators said like, when you're under center, it gives Saquon like more what do you call it? Basically, he gets like a head of steam instead of he gets more vision and he gets like I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Why don't? And then another thing I was looking at is like with all of these little bootleg passes that we have for Dallas Goddard, like why don't we open up the playbook for bootleg passes? That's something that like doesn't ever make sense to me. I know that's like kind of like RPO, but like I feel so confident in that little flat to Goddard that I feel like Jalen could open the playbook up for like moving him outside the pocket, not the whole game, but.
You see guys like Ben Johnson scheme that up a lot. You know, guys like Caleb, they get them on the move. And no, I get that.
You even seen Kenny Pickett do a couple of those today. Like you see a lot of quarterbacks that aren't as mobile as Jalen Hurts, like roll out of the pocket and have easy like pitch and catch throws. It doesn't have to be anything like down the field where he's gonna be throwing an interception or anything, but I don't know, man. Like with this offense today.
You feel better about the team after today?
Nah, not too much, but I feel like today was a get-right game. It's definitely like a momentum game. I don't think anybody should be leaving this game thinking like we're so bad. I don't think like everybody should like be high on their horses. I do believe like it should be one step at a time. I do like that we're on the right track and the playoffs are like 3 or 4 weeks away. So that's something to like hold your hat on, something to be positive about. This last week though, with the 4 turnover game or 5 turnover game for Jalen, I just had to take a complete break off of all sports related media because
bro, I saw your message in the chat. Jalen was giving the Chargers buy one get one free turnovers last week.
Bro, I was screaming at my TV. I've never seen somebody turn over the ball 2 times in one play.
I know.
Jalen Hurts. I don't know, man. But I don't really have much to say. It was a good week, 31-0. We bullied the hell out of the Chargers. Not the Chargers. Definitely not the Chargers. We bullied the hell out the Raiders.
Yeah.
Did what we had to do. There's nothing more you can really ask for from this offense. For all the Tanner McKee fans, I see it. I see it a little bit. I mean, it's something to be happy and hopeful about.
I was going to say, I thought you were liking Tanner McKee. I thought you liked Tanner, man.
I mean, I'm 50-50 on Tanner, right? I still haven't seen him like in them pressure moments, which he's never gonna be in because he's a backup right now. So I'm not gonna be like pumper in the chat where he's the savior and all of this. I do see the talent, I do see him in rhythm. But I don't know. Like, look, it's like a blessing and a curse with Jalen Hurts, right? Because you want to set your expectations up for him so that, hey, whenever you're talking about top 10 quarterbacks, you can constantly include Jalen Hurts in it. But sometimes you have to be objective. And I mean, I don't know, man. But another thing is like sometimes you can't take him for granted. Like today, it also showed me an upside. Like if we involve him in the running game and we up the tempo, which we haven't done all year. I don't know why we don't go like up tempo in the offense.
But that's a lot of ifs. Like, do you have to question if you think Matthew Stafford's a top 10 quarterback?
Come on, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's Matt Stafford.
If you got to talk yourself into all this shit, all
right. So this is something. All right. So this is something that I also have to get on a lot of people's asses in this group chat, or not group chat, but this chat. Bro, we're Philadelphia Eagle fans. I don't know where people forget that. We're fans. Sometimes you have to be subjective. You can't always be objective. We're not all analysts, So some of these fans in here that try to act like couch coaches, I don't know where some of y'all be coming from, because sometimes there do be objective truths in some of the things they say, but then at other times they're just bashing the hell out of some of the players. And I'm not only gonna leave that to Jalen Hurts, because you will see AJ Brown come out here. Because look, I had to lead a chat last week because AJ had a terrible game, and I didn't want him to be the scapegoat. I didn't want everybody to say, oh, if AJ Brown catches the ball, it might be different, all of this, but I don't know. I'm a fan, so I'm going to be honest with it. I'm very subjective at times, but I'm very objective at others when I have to be. But I don't know.
You pick and choose.
I pick and choose.
Got it. You pick and choose.
I'm an Eagles fan.
All right, brother. I got to run. All right, dude. I got to run. Appreciate you, No Limit. Thank you, my man.
Go Birds. Go JAKIB.
Go Birds, man. Later, dude. There's my boy, No Limit. Appreciate him joining in. Let's go to HKP joining me right now here on the Post Game Show. Yo, HKP, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on, Z? What's going on, man?
Good to see you, brother. How you been? How was your week? What'd you make of the Eagles game today?
It was good, man. It was good, man. I just ate good, man. I feel good. It feels good to just come off a win, man. I ain't have to stress anything today.
Yeah.
You know, but
did they convince you at all? You know, did they convince you?
No, I feel like Sileo right now. It's crazy. Like I really don't ever agree with Sileo, but I really feel like Sileo today, man, because that win didn't really. It's the Raiders, dude. Like on a lot of those plays, a lot of the guys from the Raiders didn't even look like they wanted to be there, man. Like they weren't even trying, dude. Like, to be honest. So like it didn't really, you know, I feel like today was more of the style of offense that we want to play though with Jalen. You know what I mean? Very conservative, a lot of RPOs. I'm just mixing a lot of things in there, giving Jalen a lot of easy throws, not really forcing him to read the defense like that, just giving him guys open. You know what I mean? Because that's who Jalen is. We have to accept it. I understand what No Limit was saying, but this is the offense for Jalen, dude. Like a lot of people, like I don't know if people understand that, but like this is like how Jalen wants to play. Like he wants to take his deep shots when he can, and he wants to have easy throws. He doesn't really want to sit back there in the pocket and have to read the defense. Honestly, I don't think Jalen wants to play like that. You know what I mean? I think against the Chargers, they tried to make him play that way. You know what I mean? And you kind of see how it played out. You know what I mean? A lot of other quarterbacks would have functioned very, very well. There were open receivers. You know what I mean? But Jalen, you know what I mean? He's not that great of a quarterback at reading defenses, going through his reads, understanding where he needs to go, different things like that very quickly. You know what I'm saying? He won't release the ball. He tends to hold on to it. But, you know, today he did a great job because they gave him a great style of offense that works well for him, and he performed well. You know what I mean? I'm proud of the way he played today. Good bounce back game, took care of the ball. You know what I mean? I give credit where it's due, but I'm not going to sit here and Krispy Kreme glazed donut and all this stuff. Yeah, it's the Raiders, dude. Like, they're horrible.
Yeah,
like the only person that looked like he wanted to
A&M.
be there was Crosby. Crosby was the only person that looked like he wanted to be out there, dude. Like, so it really didn't, you know, really mean that much to me. But, you know, I'm optimistic on the year. Like, I love the way, like, the defense is, like, where my emphasis probably is at. You know, the offense didn't really show me anything to say, like, oh, man, like, I believe against the Commanders on Saturday, we're just going to come out and ball out. No, I've woken up and smelled the coffee already. I don't believe that at all. But I do believe that defense, you know what I mean, has some dogs, and they play from start to finish. You know what I mean? And they, you know, Cooper DeJean, you know what I'm saying, had a rough start. You know what I mean? Really played well in the second half, in my opinion. Really, you know what I'm saying, did his thing. You know, what I expect of Cooper. You know what I mean? Tackling well, getting to the ball. I like the way we all just surround the ball. Like, as soon as a guy catches the ball, we're there.
Yeah, that defense,
you know
good,
I mean?
man. No doubt.
Yeah, I love that. That's sound football. That's a lot of stuff that I liked about our team last year. So I'm liking the direction the defense is headed in towards the playoffs. But the offense, this is the same offense we've been seeing. Like, I think it was the Giants, I believe. It was a game similar to this where Jalen didn't throw for that many yards, but he had a lot of touchdowns. Goddard, I think, had 2 touchdowns that game too, maybe. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head. But, yeah, it's like, you know, you're playing the Raiders, dude. You know, you should have beat the Chargers. You should have beat the Bears. Brother, like, that's what's haunting me. You know what I mean? Like, that's what irks me.
You lose those games, like, but you beat the Raiders. I'm not about to
come on, dude. Like, it's like, and it's not like those are games where, like, those teams were significantly better than you, and that like you didn't have a chance to win. You were in every single one of those games. As bad as we played against the Bears, as bad as we played against the Chargers, like we were in those games. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what's frustrating, because it's like, damn, you look around the NFL and you're like, we could have had the number 1 seed right now. Like it was literally in our hands. But now we're gonna have to go to LA. We're gonna have to all these different places. Like be ready. Like we haven't went to Jalen Hurts hasn't went to the Super Bowl on the road. I don't like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's a different road to be traveled. You know what I mean? And like that's
I think we still could. I mean, if we get the 3 seed, I think we still could have some home games, but it's definitely not going to be the same for sure.
But I think if the Rams get that 1 seed, dude, they're going to be there, man.
Yeah, I think so too. But remember, we thought the Lions were going to be there last year, winning 15 football games. They got bounced.
I mean, it's a reason why Jared Goff was traded for that man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I have a lot of faith in Matthew Stafford and what his ability and what he's able to do on that field. But we'll see in terms of our team, Z. We'll just see, man. I just want to see just constant improvement. Like I want to see. I was talking to Twiz in the chat. We just want to see consistency from game to game, dude. Like I feel like that's so much to ask for from us. You know what I mean? Like it feels like just a lot.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get to that too, man. I think that frustrates the people in there as much as it frustrates you, honestly. I mean, it's tough because it's not something to build on. But I agree. All right, brother. Good stuff, man. I appreciate you joining in, HKP. Always good talking to you, brother. Be safe. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, brother. Love you, bro. Take care of yourself,
love you,
bro.
man. Later, bro. There's my boy, HKP. Appreciate HKP joining in. We got a couple more people. We got Chris 3K, Kim, and Keese in the chat ready to go. Let's go to Chris 3K. Then we got Keese. Then we got Kim, going by order of who joined me. Let's go to Chris 3K. What's up, Chris? How you doing, brother?
What's good, bro? You got me?
I got you, man. Look good, sound good. How you feeling after a 31-0 win, brother?
Man, that last word you said, that's the most important thing is win. I think we ain't won in about a month. So
I know, man. It's been a bit.
It's good. But so it's good to win. To piggyback on my guy earlier that was trolling, I got another for the AJ Brown haters. I think we solved the offense, right? So let's throw him the ball less. And I guess that's why the offense worked today, right? Is that how that works?
I don't know. I'm with you on this one. I don't know what the hell people are talking about.
I mean, I'm with you, man. I'm of the mindset that you play who you play and you do what you're supposed to do. I mean, the Raiders is who was on the schedule for Week 15. We took care of business the way we were supposed to. I'm just of the mindset.
I have a hard time taking away because of the opponent. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to take away because of the opponent.
I have a takeaway, but not so much from a schematic perspective, but from an expectation perspective. So there's this whole thing when we were winning, right? And we weren't playing well, but we were winning. It was, well, we just keep winning and you don't need style points. And I'm like, well, when you get the style points, it does kind of help because now you're like, okay, well, if this offense, and I know who we play had a huge part to do with it, but it's like, it's not just what you do, it's how you do it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like when you have an inferior opponent, you're supposed to take care of business like this, and you're supposed to put up, if you can, 30, 40, however many points, because that's what you're going to need. Obviously, against better teams, it's not going to be that simple, but you just need, I think, for the morale of the team and the offense, just to go out here and play well. I do think it helps out in the sense that, you kind of built that momentum and that positive energy that I think it'll be beneficial for the team. So I think, going out there winning 31-0, I mean, the Raiders, they're not great. We know that, but that's not the Eagles' fault. I mean, they went out there and did what they're supposed to. I mean, what else can you do at that point?
Yep, I'm here. I hear you. Good takeaways, man. I figured you'd have a good sound approach. Now you get the Commanders. I mean, you get the Commanders twice in the Bills. Like it's kind of set up for the Eagles to be in a pretty good spot going into the playoffs. I assume you think they're going to make the playoffs, right? The magic number's down to 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll win out. I think we can win out. I don't know what happened with that.
You think we beat Buffalo in Buffalo?
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that game. That might be the tricky one.
Tough game.
But the two against Washington will be enough to get us to East, though. If we take care of Washington. So that's where I was looking at. I mean, the AFC opponent at this point is kind of irrelevant. If we take care of the 2 Washington games, we'll be fine. I still think we got an outside shot of getting maybe the 2 or the 1 seed, maybe, but the 1 or 2 could be tricky depending on, how the cards fall. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind the Eagles playing on the road. Doesn't really bother me. I mean, I actually would prefer, I'm not going to lie to you. I know you guys in Philly, you know what I'm saying, you guys love the snow and all that. I wouldn't mind seeing the Eagles play a game in SoFi just to get on.
Yeah, because it's up the street from you.
Well, no, it's not that. It's not that. First of all, the NFC Championship game tickets would be crazy high. I don't even know if I would go. But
yeah, right.
I just wouldn't mind seeing the Eagles play on an even play field. And I think last year, even the snow game actually helped the Rams a little bit. And it kind of
that's true. It did. Stafford threw for 303 tutties in that game.
Right. And, sometimes I think Jalen, sometimes the wind and all that, he, just like any other quarterback, the elements can play a role. And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind, if they did have to play a game in a dome. I don't think we'd be all right. You know what I'm saying? If we can just.
They're 5-2 at home this year, and they're 4-3 on the road. So not much of a difference there, but definitely so.
Right. But all in all, man, like I said, good win. I don't think anything from a schematic aspect. I didn't see anything offensively. I don't think we found some secret sauce today. I think who we played, it helped. Defensively, man, that D-line, like I said, man, God bless Vic Fangio, man. That dude can work wonders. He can turn chicken, you know what, into chicken soup, bro. And this is without Jalen Carter, and they're getting after it. So if they can just bottle this up and keep this going, hopefully Saquon can figure out these running lanes, man. My God,
know, man. He's struggling to see the field.
He is missing gaps left and right. So if they can get that going, I think we'll be all right. But I would caution people, we did win, but I'm not – the offensive approach, it may not always be that easy. I will say that. But all in all, you got to do what you got to do. So great win and good to be back.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, Chris. Appreciate you joining in, brother. We'll talk to you again soon. All right, man?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother. There's my boy, Chris. Let's go to Keith, and then we got Kim coming up. Keith, what's going on, man? Bro, I don't got your mic. You're muted, you rookie.
Oh,
there you go.
I'm muted, baby.
Bro, you ruined your intro. Come on.
I ruined shit, baby. What you talking about? It's up. It's up. Yo, shout out my
Keith,
boy.
Good to have you on, man.
Yeah, good, bro. Appreciate your platform, bro. Listen, you should have won an award at Streaming University. QT got to put like a sports category or something, bro. JAKIB Nation, we up, bro. You got to get – somebody got to say something to her, you know what I mean? And get up in there, you know what I mean? We got it. But anyway, listen, 12-5. Listen, fuck all that shit, bitch. Sorry for the kids. We 12-5. We going to go 12-5. Lane coming back. I don't want to hear no motherfucking talking, no fucking bullshit. We 12-5. We going to go into this motherfucking playoffs with Lane Johnson. It's up, bro. I don't want to hear no fucking shit from no fucking
You're not telling me we're going to repeating after watching the Raiders game, are you?
Listen, bro. We show in that Raiders game, we showed they ain't shit. We sitting on the sideline for the fourth quarter. Listen, bro, we getting this shit together. And we didn't even have Lane Johnson out there. Imagine how we would have been with Lane there, bro. Motherfuckers think that this is the Jalen Hurts era, and I love my boy. God bless him. I appreciate everything he brought to our area, the Mid-Atlantic, bro, the Philly, everything. Shout out to him. But this is Lane Johnson's era. You dig? And this is not being talked about enough. And J-Mac been talking about it. You've been talking about it a little bit too. We got to get a right tackle, bro. We got to get, bro, we picked Lane like pick 4. Like 4th in the draft. We got to get somebody.
He's lived up to it. He's the best thing to happen in the Chip Kelly era, isn't
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Bro, he went almost 4 years without giving up a sack at one point. Like, bro, this shit is insane. Our team goes how Lane goes, bro. Shout out to our defense, though. Shout out to the defense. Jesus Christ.
Defense is cooking. What'd you make of Jalen Hurts today?
God.
Are you giving Jalen Hurts the kudos today, Keith?
I'm not shitting on Jalen, bro. Listen, Jalen goes as our line goes, and our line stood up to Max Crosby and those boys. So I got love for Jalen, bro.
Dude, you're talking about the Raiders' defensive line like there's something.
Max Crosby is. We was over here campaigning to have him at the crib.
Did you see, speaking of Lane Johnson, did you see Fred Johnson mauling him on that Hurts to Smith deep ball? Man, we got away with one there. Fred Johnson was hugging that dude. I know. I'm like, how did they not call that flag? It was unbelievable.
That man was holding over there like he big as shit holding. That shit was crazy. That was egregious. But I'm glad we got away with that. Everybody get away with something, bro. But listen, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Also, I ain't gonna hold you up. Yo, if we could, I love AJ. We gotta keep AJ Brown. But if AJ Brown goes, bro, we gotta find a bro. If we could get Brock Bowers, oh my God.
Oh, you're not
What a
dreaming of
player.
Brock Bowers. He was mediocre today.
With the in Philly, bro, he could be he would be incredible.
He would be a
Eagles,
stud
bro.
in Philly, no doubt.
Jesus Christ, what a player. What a motherfucking player. But bro, 12-5, we winning out, and I'm telling you, we winning out. I said 12-5, you said 13-4, you on some shit. You fucking
I said that in August, man. I was still on the parade float.
Your ass said 13. No, I know, baby. I'm joking with you. I'm messing with you. But I listen.
This dude Keese is never gonna let me live it down.
No, we got bit by that injury bug, bro. But the crazy part is, bro, the other show, Fields was acting like he was like, oh, I didn't know that the Eagles were this hurt. I'm like, bro, you didn't know we been dealing with a bunch of injuries? What the fuck, Sills? God damn, I love Sills. But Jesus Christ, Sills, you ain't know we've been hurt, bro. The fuck? The fucking league gave us the most difficult schedule. And we got bit by the injury bug. This is why we look like this. What the fuck, Sills? You ain't seen this shit?
Oh, come on. You're using excuses, Keese.
No, it's not excuses. It's a fact. Come on, Z. Z, you know goddamn well. We got the fucking hardest schedule. The only reason why the Cowboys schedule is more difficult than ours, because they got to play us twice. That's it. But regardless of that, motherfucker, we got the worst fucking schedule, and we still 9-5. Bro, Sills, you talking about, I didn't know y'all was this hurt. I didn't know
Keese, you got Kool-Aid on your face, dude. You got Kool-Aid on your face. Also, what are you doing? You got like a lava lamp going over there watching the game?
Lava lamp? No, motherfucker's my TV. My TV big as shit.
Just the TV.
All
right,
yeah,
Keese, I got to run, bro. I got to run. I appreciate you joining in. It's been a minute. I don't think I've ever had you on, have I?
Nah, brother. But I'm locked in, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all putting on for the city, too, bro. Y'all putting on for the Mid-Atlantic, putting on for Philly, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro. You building up your legend, boy. You building up that shit, boy.
Thank you, Keese. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for always tuning in. Thanks for always watching. I appreciate you, brother. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Yeah, love you, boy.
Love you, man. Later, dude. There's my boy Keese. Appreciate Keese joining in here. All right, we got Kimberly. I think someone in the chat was looking for the link. Scroll up. I don't feel like sending the link again. Here we go. Here's Kimberly joining me now. Kim, welcome to the post game.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Kim? What'd you make of the game today? 31-0 win, Kimberly. I saw you in the chat. You're in the Sileo house.
I'm in the Sileo house. Low hanging fruit. I'm not a big fan. I don't like mediocrity. I know this.
So what's your takeaway? Because they did dominate the opponent, right? I mean, like, it's all you can do on this Sunday, no?
It's mediocrity. This team is so much more capable of so much more. And I'm just like,
so what do you want to see, though? You know, like, what, like, are you more like, I just want to see better opponents? I want to see.
Well, no. I'm going to tell you what I want to see. I want to actually, I want to see what I saw today. I'm paying $50 million to a quarterback, $20 million to a running back. Fucking run. Sorry, pardon my language. I know Betty is probably watching right now.
Though.
Run. Like, you're getting afraid to get hit. You're in the NFL. Are we really going there? So if the passing game is not going to work, go to the running game. I don't care if you're afraid to get hit. This is what you're getting paid millions of dollars. We get paid milk money, Zander, in life.
True. I'm aware of this, Kim.
So I just want to see them do what they're supposed to do. Your fucking job. I'm going to curse a lot tonight because I get mad at them because I know what they're capable of. And with Jalen, listen. It's his wheels, like Sil says. It's his wheels. That's what's going to get him through. That's what's got him through. That's what's made it come to this. So just do what you got to do. Why are we getting away from that?
Do you think he took a step in the right direction in that regard today? He did have a little bit more rushing yards today. Let me pull up the exact number.
Yeah, a little bit more mobility.
7 for 39. I think he did get shaken up on that one run.
I know. He did on that one run. I was like,
I think he was coming out anyway, but he did throw the touchdown right after that, and then he was removed from the game. But I think he took some strides. They only 15 pass attempts.
Yeah,
so
but I just why are you afraid of getting a hit? Like why you were never afraid of getting a hit before.
Well, Kim, you start making $51 million. You know what you want to do? You want to keep making $51 million.
I know. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
But and it's not even just Jalen. I'm seeing it across the whole league, like with this bullshit with Burrow and your football players. This is what you get millions. You get paid millions of dollars to do this stuff. Am I feeling bad for you when other people are suffering every day, working their asses off, and you're not doing your job? No, I'm not. I'm not feeling bad for you.
What about the defense? What'd you make of the defense today? They really had a good performance.
I think the defense, I said it to Sills, I put it in the super chat. I feel like sometimes when I'm watching the team, I'm watching two different teams. I'm watching the offense, which is
I remember the super chat. Yep.
Very disjointed. And then I'm watching the defense. They're like so together. There's such camaraderie. They're like in Jordan Davis, first of all. Like, I didn't expect him to start becoming a leader. He's becoming a leader.
Yeah, and even Vic Fangio admitted that. I'm not sure if you heard that, but Vic Fangio gave him credit for that at the presser.
Yeah, he's not only in his discipline, in his workouts, but in his discipline and his mental attitude. I wish I could see that more in Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Hello. Get on the Peloton and stay out of Wawa.
Yeah,
that's what I have to say to Jalen.
Well, that's what Jordan Davis did, man. He got on
the Peloton. That's exactly it.
I know you're a big Georgia fan, so you might be a little slanted on those Georgia guys. I got to be careful with what you say about the Georgia guys, Kim.
Yeah, I am slanted, but I'm not slanted because we are very. If you look at the team in totality, we are a very SEC heavy team.
Yes,
Alabama, Ole Miss, and with that comes you come from very hard coaching. And so when you come here, that's the one thing, like, I'm not a big fan of Nick Sirianni because I don't think he's hard enough disciplinarian with them.
Yeah. Well, and you're a Georgia fan. Kirby Smart is a great disciplinarian, although some would argue, but I think he is. Nick Saban is obviously a great one. So
Nick Saban,
I hear you. The greatest.
That's where I think it comes from, is they're used to a certain amount of coaching, and now they come here and they're not getting that coaching. From Vic, yes. From Nick, no. So that's where I have the problem, is they're just like, okay, we can do whatever we want. No, you can't do whatever you want. You're in the NFL. You're making $50 million. Do your job. Thank you.
I hear you. Do you feel like did the team show you anything today that you feel like they can build on going into the play? I know you said you're not thrilled with the win, which I'm okay with, but did they show you anything that you think they can build on for the playoffs, which are now right around the corner? We have 3 games left, Kim, in the regular season. This thing is ending quick.
I think just a confidence builder. That's the only thing I can see. I didn't see anything that impressed me today, like, to be honest with you, except for confidence builder, to say to myself, okay, we lost all these games. Now we won a game against the Raiders.
Yep.
Hello. But maybe we can go forward. We won a game and go forward and maybe win a couple of more. But, I'm going to be honest with you, Z. It's looking very bleak for me. I don't like the way
you say bleak. What do you mean? You mean a playoff loss? You mean no Super Bowl? Like, what is your standard at right now? What would be bleak?
Us getting out of the playoffs really quickly.
So a wild card loss.
Yeah. And that's not the defense, because I love the defense. I think that, like, I love the way they're gelling. When we say we were like, even though the secondary, we have issues, but putting Jalen Phillips and here's the other thing, Z. I saw when, like, Zadarius came and when JR, what's his name? JR Alexander.
Alexander, yep.
Yeah. They were so excited to be here, and then they both retire. Like, I have concerns. I have concerns.
What do you mean? You think that they saw something with the locker room or something?
The locker room. That's where I think it stems from. I think it's the locker room. I think it's very disjointed. I think the defensive side of the football they're good. They're in great camaraderie. The offensive side, I don't see it. And I see like AJ, because I love AJ. I'm a big AJ fan, but he's checked out. And and when we say he's slipping, it's not because he's slipping. He's just disconnected.
Right.
There's a difference. It's not that you lost your talent.
I can see that a little bit with AJ.
Yeah.
I can see that a little bit with AJ.
And when you talk to me about like, don't even look at last year. Look at the year before when we had that meltdown. Okay, so who did we bring in? We brought in Byard. We brought in Julio Jones. What was that for, Z?
You think it was for leadership in the locker room?
It was to pacify AJ. This has been going on for 3 years now. Why do you think those were his teammates? Julio Jones was his mentor. Kevin Byard was his teammate. Yeah. This has been going on for 3 years now. So I think this is a lot.
I never even thought about that. They brought in Kevin Byard, who was his teammate in Tennessee. Julio, he's spoken very openly about how much he loves Julio. That's interesting.
I'm telling you.
So you think this goes back to
it goes back
even before the book last year and everything on the sideline?
Even before. Because when you're winning, you can pacify things. When you're losing, you can't pacify things.
That's true.
So I think, and you know what, and here's my other take, is I think AJ went to them before the trade deadline and said, I want to be traded. And he started mouthing off, and Jeffrey Lurie came onto the field and said, shush, be quiet. We got to get through the season because they'll never trade anybody like that.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll trade you in the off season, but just shut your mouth. That's what I really believe.
I think big issues here that will come to surface soon. Kim, time will prove whether you are right or wrong about that, but I do certainly see the evidence you are using to give you credence. We'll see what ends up happening with it. Kim, your final thought on the Eagles' 31-0 win today?
Not impressed.
Not impressed.
Not impressed. I think it's a Band-Aid for what's really going on, and I hope I'm wrong because I'm an Eagles fan, and I don't think I'm wrong. I really don't.
Kim, good stuff. It's always great talking to you, Kim. This is Kimberly
too,
Sileo in the chat. If everybody doesn't know, she's famous in the chat. Now she's here on the show. Kim, it's always great talking to you. I appreciate you very much, Kim, for all your support of the channel. We'll talk to you again soon. All right, Kimberly?
You too, Z. Have a great day.
All right,
great night.
Yep, good night. All right, thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. Where's my mouse? Let me get my damn mouse out of here. All right, there's Kim. Appreciate Kim joining in there. Appreciate everybody joining in. Peace was going off. Kim was going off. All the people on the show today were going off. It was a good show, good commentary. As always, I got about a two and a half hour trek back to Philly tonight. So I'm looking to get the hell out of Dodge. The Cowboys play tonight. I'm sure everybody's locked in on that, watching that football game. What is it, Cowboys, Vikings? The Rams are on right now. They're down by 7 at halftime. Who else is on right now? I know there was a couple games on that people wanted to watch. Phillip Rivers. Is Phillip Rivers winning? Holy moly. The Colts are up 13-6 at halftime. What's Phillip doing? Phillip Rivers, 10 for 16 up for 82 yards and a touchdown. Man, I'd love to see Phillip. I'd love to see Phillip have a good game. It's good, decent half, 10-16 for 82 and a tutty. Here's Caleb. Rams down 10 at the half. I think it was 7 at the half, Caleb, but I appreciate the super. Here's Eagle fan Clark. We aren't all the way back, but we are trending back. One game's not a trend, my friend. One game is not a trend, all right? One game is not quite a trend. So we'll see what ends up happening. But, all right, everybody, I love all you guys, man. I appreciate everybody for being here today. Don't go full Grinch. Kim wanted to go full Grinch, but I still got a little bit of optimism out of Kim. Don't go full Sileo Grinch tonight, folks. You win. You play who's in front of you, all right? You play who's in front of you. And you got to handle business with who's in front of you. The Eagles handled business, and they didn't do it in a way where it made you question. They dominated that team. They were the way better team. They aren't even in the same ballpark as the Raiders. Good. It's a simple box checked. We're not in the Raiders league. We're in a new league, all right? So it's good stuff there. Appreciate everybody for joining in. I think it was Steven D'Angelo who wanted to join me. Steven, I'm sorry you didn't join. Steven, you were in here. What happened? You can go to the history on your phone and find the link. Steven, what do I got to do next? What do I got to do next, Steve? See you, Z. Sorry for not getting you on, Steven. All right. Love all you guys. Hit that like button. See you next time, everybody.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Shot Takers and the Tastemakers. Welcome to the Viewfinders, the Thrill Seekers, and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We go the extra mile to lend a helping hand. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years. And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on Sports Grid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on Sports Grid.
EAGLES. Eagles.